Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome. How's it going, friends? Welcome back. We are Heretical Heroes. If you haven't heard of us, that's okay. Just know that we are a bunch of goons that play D&D every Monday at 5 p.m. EST. If you have heard of us, welcome back.
I've heard of you.
Anyway, short round of announcements before we start today's game. First off being our sponsor today, Sav.
Charisma 20 soap, where you can get real handcrafted RPG-themed soap. This one here will be up later on this evening. This is Elemental Air. This is the fourth in the Elemental
Water.
Elemental Water. Water. Sorry. It smells like water. Like the ocean.
It smells
and
wet.
death.
What?
Like the good kind of death.
That was the second one?
It also has a D20 engraved on it.
Yes.
Like
so
a
you
good
guys
neighbor,
know.
ocean is death.
Oh,
shit!
Thank you for the gift subs, Shep.
Oh
Love
shit!
you.
Thank you,
Shep,
Shep. Thank you,
Shep.
Shep. Can we get some thank you, Sheps in the
Yeah,
chat?
let's
Thank you,
take a
Shep.
Shep. Take a quick.
I'm trying to
sip
log into
of
the
this.
chat, so I
Thank
don't
you, Shep.
Whoops.
And that's back to you, Mackenzie.
Oh, did you mention the code?
Oh, coupon code in our Eberron
At
for 15% off.
charisma20.com.
At charisma20.com.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You always
Probably
forget
mention
the
the
coupon
website.
code. Thank you very much.
I mean, the website was recently revamped too, and it
Yeah.
looks.
Oh,
Thank you.
I have to talk to you about it after.
Okay.
Reminds me, because I'm
Oh
gonna
my God.
totally forget. Oh my god, guys. Anyway, second on the announcements.
Please do the rest of them like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Please.
let's do
Oh
it.
my god.
We
do it.
have social media, so if you check us out on Twitter at Heretical Heroes. I can't do that the whole time.
Oh
I
my
can't.
God.
I
Why?
can't.
Why?
I'll do it. I don't
Okay.
know the announcements though. You have to
So
walk me
tell
through
them
it.
about the YouTube.
Oh my god, we have a YouTube channel. What's it called?
At
Is it
Heretical
Heretical Heroes? It's
Yeah.
Heretical Heroes, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then if you can't, I'll just do it. If you can't watch us to the end tonight, don't worry. VODs are always up on our YouTube on Wednesday at noon. So totally check us out there, and feel free to join our Discord, !Discord in the chat, hang out. We're trying to get it to be hopping. You know, it's mostly Cam that's around.
It's
these days.
already hopping.
It's slaps.
Listen, everyone's there. Everyone's there.
Everybody's there.
Yeah,
It's the
Cameron's
party.
slapping people.
That's
Did I
all
do that?
do.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, no. If you want to get
Bring it
slaps,
on. Come on.
meet us in the Discord if you want an ass kicking.
I'll beat you. Anyway,
Wow.
third thing on the announcements list. We see you all in chat, and we want to say thank you very much for your support, and that we love you very much. But we are sorry if we can't respond to your messages, only because we are going to be very immersed in our game. Because intrigue and roleplay and immersion. Ah, yes. And then, why are you looking at me like that?
What?
What?
Why'd you stop?
I don't know.
Keep going.
I think that's it. That's it for the announcements. Take it away, Sam.
All right. So, last time, our heroes came back from their jaunt up by the lake and met up with their good friend and group all back together. Did some wheeling and dealing, some stuff around town. As the evening wore on, Aster met with Dr. Cloak and
It
answered a
wasn't
few
a date.
questions.
It was a date.
It was not a date.
It was such a date.
Felt like a date.
Shortly after
It was a date.
the
You took your
appointment ended, the town was attacked by lizardfolk. Our heroes helped to fend off the attack, capturing one of said lizardfolk. After some interrogation, some very friendly conversations with the local Silver Flame that there's no hostilities with whatsoever, the fight was overall resolved, and it was determined that the group was going to lead their captives back to figure out where the camp was to better prepare for any further encroachments. Our group had a few more things they wanted to do before settling in for the evening, so we're going to pick back up that evening with Maul hanging out at Hadra's Forge with the corpses of two lizard folk at his feet. These are quite big.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I don't see a lot of lizard folk.
Usually they're a little bit smaller.
All right.
I don't think I'm going to have what I need to do all of this here. You want helping me bring them over to Merle's?
Sure.
She'll drag them over with you. She just kind of puts them over the shoulder. Can I have both?
Mercutio wanted to see what they're about. I don't know if he's coming or not. If he doesn't show up, then absolutely.
Did you tell him I was going to be cutting them up?
Yeah.
No, he won't come. He's squeamish.
Ah,
And she
alright.
she kind of smiles with that, a little bit mockingly, and then knocks on the door behind her. It definitely smells a little bit like meat and blood here. And door opens up and Noel steps out. Hey, Hadra, who's your friend?
Is Merle a Noel?
Merle's a Noel.
Oh shit.
And he's just leather apron, just blood all over it. Big cleaver in his hand, glasses on.
Just my type. I love him.
All right.
Ooh. Good job. These for me?
I guess that's up to Hadra.
We're gonna chop them up. Come on inside.
All right.
And he looks over Hadra. He's like, "We're gonna work on the chopping table too." What's wrong with it now? Keeps and just like entrails kind of all over on the inside wall. He's like, "I'll show you." And he straps one of them down and kind of locks it in. And he's like, he looked over. He's like, "So when you're cutting up and you want to skin, sometimes it's better to chop them into smaller pieces."
All right.
He goes over and he grabs like a big axe and he hits a pedal and the bed just kind of comes up as he swings in and just chops this lizard folk right in half. And it just kind of...
So the table comes to him.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
a little bit too hard and like the body all jostles and it's just a mess. And he's like, splattering everywhere. You see her sit down and she adjusts some springs and chop the other one in half. She's like, help me bring him back?
Sure.
Brings it back in. Basically slings him over her shoulder and brings it back in. And she like walks over to a big box and she pops it open and it's very, very cool inside. There's a bunch of markings kind of on the inside of the metal and she just drops the pieces of body. Pop them on in there.
Okay.
Keep them fresh.
Sure. I thought we were gonna do more with this. All right.
It's late. It's not a good idea to skin while you're tired.
Keep all the fingers. I gotcha.
She shows there's definitely some spots where there's like some minor like hair missing and stuff like that. A few scars on the hands.
Well, I mean, one of them probably.
One of them, yeah. The other hand is very
Metal.
very pristine. Yes. That's fair. Do you need anything else, Maul?
I thought this was gonna take longer, so I was just gonna chat. But I mean, if you want me to add your hair, that's fine.
Gonna clean up a little bit before I go. More than welcome to help if you want.
Sure.
Just kind of starts cleaning up stuff. So, what are you doing here in Hope?
Well, partly helping Aster find someone. The other part was escaping a possible crime boss. It was fine. I knew it was fine, but everyone else... they probably wouldn't have gotten out without me paying the smuggler off, so it's kind of...
Yeah. Somebody's gotta keep people in line. I mean, your friends seem nice, a little bit green for the area, but
yeah, most of them are too nice.
that can definitely be a problem out here.
I don't know if you met Gideon. Gideon probably make it a little further than the others, but
No, I don't think I've met that one. The good fighter like you?
oh no, he uses words.
Bullshitter.
Exactly.
Yeah, hey, everyone.
But, I mean, he had dinners with senators and whoever worthless politicians.
Hoity-toity, like all fancy dress types?
Yeah.
Again, I guess it takes all types. She kind of finishes...
Good to have one in the party. We got two.
That sounds like a lot of talking. Well, I guess they make up for... You seem like a little bit more of the quiet type.
Admittedly.
She finishes sweeping up. She's, well, that's good. Thanks for your help, Maul.
Yeah, of course. Can I ask about the arm?
What do you want to know?
How'd you lose it?
So when I was little, we were all out playing, and the town we were living in got attacked, and there was a guy, he, thought he was gonna get my dad, and turned around and he cut my arm clean off.
Oh, so you've been without it for a while. When did you make this one?
6 years ago, just after my father died.
Oh, okay.
He helped me build the first one, and she goes over and she's like, here, and she opens up a box. It kind of sits in almost like a kind of like a place of honor, and there's a glass eye and there's an arm.
Glass eye.
Yeah, it's like it looks big. Like you're not sure if it could fit in your eye socket.
Right.
Try.
A larger person.
Please try.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take someone's old eyeball from a box.
I'm seeing no downside.
Oh my god.
It's not very fancy. It's just like a pretty bluish glass, like no pupil or anything on it, but.
And the eyes, the arm is a smaller one, probably.
It's probably like a 12 or 13-year-old, you would guess.
Wow. Is it the same metal?
No, it looks like it's like iron and steel, and it doesn't look like it works. Like it doesn't have all the articulation. Like it looks like it would be more used for holding and clamping things, because all of the hammering she does is actually with her non-metal arm. Yeah, and just kind of. So this was something that looks like they were able to put together to help with the blacksmithing. Just like, well,
Yeah.
works good now.
It does.
Go ahead.
Sure.
And it's not cold, but not like slightly warm to the touch.
Huh.
Like it feels almost body temperature.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
It's the eye.
My grandfather's.
Oh. Yeah, I can do that too.
Magic?
Yeah.
So you can see normal then, or see fully.
Yes.
All right. Well, I don't think those. You have to worry about it falling out.
No, it can only come out if I take it out.
That's a good feature.
Yeah. People have tried to steal it before.
My father actually recovered my grandfather's eye, and it was stolen.
That's unlucky.
Yeah.
Well, lucky he got it back.
My grandfather was already dead. It was a whole vengeance thing.
Oh. Well.
You know.
I know about revenge.
Busy work.
Yeah. Takes a while.
Yeah. Well, you have a good night, Maul.
Oh, alright. You too.
Sees you out and waves you off and closes the door. Lights go out shortly afterwards. Okay. You were all mostly together, I believe, correct?
Yeah, Maul was the only one that wasn't with us.
So you were all kind of hanging at the fountain. The paladins were getting ready to leave. You had said you wanted to speak with the one that could do the whole thing. That was Book.
Okay. Is he there?
Yeah, he's there.
Can I talk to you real fast?
Don't talk real fast. I just talk normal speed. We're not in a rush.
May I have a few moments of your time?
Yeah.
Let's just walk.
Okay.
And I'm just going to walk away from the group with them. So you and Balrek were talking about truth magic?
Yeah.
Could I ask you a favor?
Not like a bad favor, right?
No, it's a very good favor.
Okay.
Sometime tomorrow, I don't know when, but could I get your help with that?
You think somebody's lying to you?
No, I just want you to cast it. Just once. It's on me if that's if that makes you feel better.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't feel comfortable casting it on somebody who didn't know.
Yes, of course, yes.
Okay. I mean, I could do it now.
I don't know if now is the best time.
Okay. You know you can't lie to yourself, right? Like you always know the truth inside.
Yes, I do. But no, this is for someone else. It's a present. If that makes sense.
Kind of a strange present, but I don't totally get it all. Present. I don't really get. Never had a present.
You've never had a present?
Oh my god, give me a present.
No.
What do you like to do?
I like to read.
You like to? Okay, well, that's good to know.
That's why I'm called Book.
Good to know. It's good to know. Good to know. But could I do that tomorrow at some point?
Yeah. Are you going with your friends to take the bad guy back?
Yeah, it's probably going to be. I need to talk to them. I have a thing at noon. I don't know if that will impact timing. I'd really like to be there, but I also want to. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Well, I live in there, so you can. He points over towards the cathedral, and just come say hi.
Thank you. Yes, and I will come say hi when I'm not asking for something to prove we are friends.
Oh, we're friends. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes, we're friends.
I'm Book.
I'm Nadia.
Official.
Yes.
And he goes off. Okay. So you see Nadia walk off and talks with the very nice Book. They chit chat for a minute. Anybody else?
Oh, Nadia, what were you doing?
You know, Gideon, not everything is your business.
It is my business to be in everyone's business.
Well, then your business is wrong, and I walk away.
Okay.
Sassy Molassy.
Had there been any follow-up after I said that thing I did? And Concord, narrowed his eyes and stuff?
He just kind of turned to talk to Sensor, and just at this point he's getting ready. He actually walks off shortly after.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I just didn't know if there was...
No, he just kind of gives you a look. He probably looks back at you a couple times before he gets back over towards the cathedral and heads on inside.
Okay.
Okay.
So are we escorting our lizard folk friend back to his town, his campsite tomorrow?
What exactly does that mean? Because I know we had something to do.
I have something to do.
I said I was going to.
No, you're not going, so.
Yeah,
I mean,
I said I was, though.
No,
I
you're
have
not invited.
I think I
something
have
to do
to.
in the morning as well.
Yeah?
I'll
At
just
like
go
5
alone
though.
then.
No.
see.
It'll be fun.
No,
It
we're
really won't
going.
be.
We're going as a team. We're just going to schedule this.
But
Speaking of, where's
I'm just
Maul?
gonna bring him back and then come back.
Yeah, we haven't seen Maul in a little bit. Have you seen him?
Where would you go afterwards?
I guess just back to wherever I saw everyone gathering, if they're still there.
Okay. You'd probably be heading your direction-ish at this point, but
Okay.
you can see a figure moving towards you.
Balrek, we care for you and we want to be there with you. Can you respect that, please?
Ditto.
I just don't understand what the problem is. I'll bring him back
Well, the
and then I'll come
problem.
back.
The problem is maybe there's dangerous stuff in the woods, and we just want to be with you and we want to support.
You know how they tried to kill us earlier? Well, that could happen again.
Yeah, but he told me he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He said that. That doesn't mean anyone else did.
Also, you didn't give him the dagger, so he might think that, he won't hurt you as long as you bring the dagger with you.
That's true.
And aren't we better as a team?
I walk away.
Feeling very neglected lately.
I will call back. I'll wait.
Okay.
Till afternoon?
I'm
I have a...
walking already.
Okay, yeah.
You heading towards Veridar's?
Yes.
Okay. So you walk. You see Balrek kind of leave the group as you're approaching. He's probably about like 40 feet away from you. Kind of diagonal patterns, but you make your way over. There's like a candlelight on. It looks like that's about it.
Okay.
Here, some creaking.
Oh, he was asleep.
The actually, not that perceptive. Door comes over and who is it?
It's me.
What's up, Balrek?
I have a favor I need to ask.
Sure. Let me grab my bag.
No, you don't have to go anywhere. I need you to watch over Patches for a couple days.
Is he sick? Really,
No.
buddy?
No. Pull him out and give him a Veradar. No, he's fine.
Just kind of like moves up.
I haven't felt like he's safe with me. And I need you to do this for me. I'm sorry, I don't like asking you for this, but
You're fine. I'll watch over Patches.
thank you. Alright, I have to go. Thank you.
Have a good night, Balrek.
You too.
Patches that closes the door. Okay. So while you arrive back with the rest of the group.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Where
How
have
was
you been?
your corpse dragon?
Fine.
Cool.
Yeah, what were you getting up to with those corpses? Are you building a fort out of skulls?
Ew.
Well,
Don't
You're
knock
very-
until you've seen it.
you're a very small fort, and there are only 2 bodies.
I don't know how many others you found. We haven't seen you in a while.
Just trying to make money.
Doing what exactly? I'm so interested.
Selling bodies. They
I
got
did that once,
scales,
too.
bones, skulls, I don't know. I went to Mercutio.
Oh,
Resources.
Went to
Oh, right,
Audrey.
fair.
like
Just-
claws
There you
and
go.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's a small town, and I'm a little bored with it.
We've been here for like a day.
I know. It's been forever.
You should try reading.
What is there to read that
Oh,
I can't write?
I got a smut book. You want me to read it to you?
I really do.
Okay.
How much of this do you understand? You know what? That reminds me, Astrid.
Oh,
Are you just doing this around the fountain, or are you guys heading anywhere?
I don't know. Did you guys want to walk towards the inn? Or...
I guess we would start walking.
I guess
kind
so.
of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose.
No, I've come to understand. You might have overheard. Did you say you have a bow?
What's a bow?
Oh,
Boyfriend.
yes,
Oh,
that.
You have a boyfriend?
To be so clandestine.
I mean, it's nothing really serious.
How not serious?
He said it's casual, so.
Oh, it's
Oh,
kind of. What did you
no.
get up to?
Oh no.
Don't knock it. I mean, it could be a good thing.
No.
I like casual.
No.
I mean, I don't know. It's just what he wanted, so.
Did he say that after you did some things?
Oh, yes.
We didn't do anything.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
I
It's
mean,
less interesting.
unless you count making out. So.
Ooh, now
Did
it's
he
more
say that
interesting.
after that?
Yeah.
Did you say something really loving right before he said
Did you
that?
say, "Hey, give me a sending. Don't forget me. Meet my parents." The usual.
I mean, he already knows my parents.
Yeah, okay, but the point here is, did you say something like, oh, did you say I love you or something along those lines? And then he said, oh, it's just casual.
I mean, I said I like you, but I didn't use the other L word.
But
That's for
how did you? Was it like,
important people.
ooh, what's his name?
Oswin.
Ooh, Oswin, I like you. Or was it, Oswin, I like you? Which one was it?
Does it
Oh,
matter?
it matters.
Every single detail matters.
Can't we just listen to the smut book and not talk?
I am listening to the smut book. It's just, it's not getting where I want it to go.
I mean, it's not that important
I'm gonna walk a
anymore
little
because I'm
faster.
here.
Okay. Okay.
All right, fine. I'll quiz you
understand.
more about this
The
Osmond
group
later.
walks by about this time, so you can hear a good portion of all of this.
I don't follow that.
You just walk past Balrek.
Now, which smut book was it? I may have written it.
The
Sorry.
Dazzling Dalliance of Lord Rutherford.
You know, I once pretended to be a Lord Rutherford.
Oh?
Yeah. Oh, that was a good evening. And I was dazzling. But go on, read.
You want to do it out here in the middle of the
I'll do it
square?
anywhere. Ask everyone.
I think we should do it inside the church.
Oh yes. Ooh, I like that.
I mean,
Perverted.
Nadia, even I know
The
that's
little
probably
last
not the
thing you
best
hear
thing.
as they walk off.
What?
Just talking smut, Balrek.
Do you want to listen
Nadia!
to the smut book?
Balrek, it was a joke. I was joking
You
because
shouldn't joke about that.
why?
That's so disrespectful.
Balrek, religion's whatever. It's
Well, it's
fine.
not really
It's
that
not whatever to
disrespectful.
them.
Some of my best dates have been in churches.
Religious people are crazy.
They were perfectly nice.
Eh.
No.
The glory of the.
He was
the
kinda-
that was
He was kind of overbearing about
that
his
was-
silver flame.
yeah. That was a lot.
Listen, I know his people. They're not good people.
I'm getting a drink. See you later.
Ooh, Sims.
We're all getting drinks, and we are having a reading.
I'm fine with that. On the tavern floor, yep. For the whole tavern to hear.
Become a smut poetry slam.
Ooh, yeah. I'm down. I mean, Ted is down, not just Giddy.
Oh my god.
Don't know what I do here. I don't know what Balrek does.
Balrek, you want to get an apple juice? I
Is it-
promise I won't read the smut out loud if you don't want me to.
I will, though.
I think,
It's my book, you can't.
I think I'm just gonna go to bed.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't, I don't want you to,
Read smut.
to jeopardize your fun for my sake.
We wouldn't be jeopardizing anything.
You all sounded like you were gonna have a fun time reading that book, and I just don't want to be there for that.
Well, I can take it, and I can read it and edit it ever so slightly for your ears.
I'd rather have fun with you around than have fun reading some terrible romance book.
Me too.
But
I'll-
if you just want to go to bed, that's fine too.
Maul goes into the inn.
Yes. I'll hang out downstairs for a little bit.
Okay. And we can get some apple juice. Maybe they have some hot cider or something.
think they have some wine too with that apple cider.
Okay. So you
Go
head into
inside.
the
Yeah.
Iron Eagle. It is pretty desolate. There's the 5 of you, and there is looks to be the gnomes. They're all kind of like huddled around towards the back in the booths.
Mm. Are there no back booths left?
There are not.
Wow, what a bunch of fucking.
I mean, there's
selfish
one closer up
dickheads.
towards the bar, but those 3 towards the back, and then there's one that's a little bit further up.
No corner anything?
You can get a corner table on the other side if you wanted.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over
Alright.
towards a center table and pull out a chair and then realize no one's coming over here.
I've
Head over to that table.
I've already learned that lesson.
Okay.
Oh, I'll go get the. You want?
Oh man. I better come with you.
Okay.
I'll take some mulled wine, not too heavy
Okay.
on the spices.
Ball, you want a drink?
Yeah, I can get one myself.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Balrek, what do you want?
Surprise me.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Go up to the bar. I guess with Maul or not with Maul.
I'm with
I'm
you.
at the counter.
Okay, so we're all here.
Nothing like a good drink after a good fight.
Sure.
Sure.
Yep.
God, what's his
He just
name?
kind of looks at you and he turns around and just comes back and just puts a mug in front of you.
Rondis?
Yes.
Hi. What drink makes you feel happy?
That isn't too like hard or anything.
No, it's okay. I'll have. This is for me.
Oh,
for hard. I want a drink that embodies the spirit of happiness, and it needs to be fizzy.
He pours some very dark brown liquid into a small glass, and then just pull the bottle and just like the slightest bit of like seltzer water.
What?
Wow.
Are we getting emergency alerts?
Just an
Sorry,
emergency
guys.
alert. For...
Emergency, Brian. Oh,
Sorry.
my phone's
Your phone's dead?
dead. Yeah, my phone's dead.
Even when you mute a phone, though, that still happens.
Wow.
I mean, mine's muted. It didn't go off.
COVID in New
Yeah,
Bedford.
but mine just didn't go off at all.
I
Slide
haven't
it
gotten
over.
mine yet.
And he's like,
One gold.
"You're an adult.
You think? Right.
We're gonna do for you."
Okay, so my friend Balrek over there, he said to surprise him. In my experience, he doesn't drink anything too hard, but I want to give him something that might comfort him. Like hot chocolate, but not. Unless you have hot chocolate.
I mean, I could do.
Peppermint mocha?
I've got a nice warm eggnog.
Okay. That's fine.
It doesn't bring anything too hard.
Correct.
Look over. That should be fine.
Okay. You add some extra spice in there, just a little bit.
Extra spice?
Just a little bit, like cinnamon or whatever you use.
Oh, that spice. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, not the alcohol.
he
spice.
puts down a small bottle of clear liquid that he
Oh, God.
he picked up, and all right, yeah, and he puts a little, I think, a dash of cinnamon on it. Gives you a nice big mug of eggnog.
And then I would like some hot cider, if you got it,
Pull up the cider and just kind of.
with a dash of that
Wave the
cinnamon as
wand.
well. Thank you. And then some mulled wine.
Let me get these.
No, it's fine. I got it.
All right.
Like, it's a bottle.
Do you want a bottle?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Here you go.
Bottle under arm, and then tankards in hand.
Okay.
How much?
A gold.
I'll give him a gold and 2 silver.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna truck over back to Balrek.
Okay.
I didn't pay. Just walked away. It's like,
You've got a room here. It's called putting on a tab.
What's the
Balrek, this is for you. It's called eggnog.
Ooh.
I had eggnog.
Probably not.
Careful, it bites.
Oh, and this is your wine. There you go.
Cute.
Got you a whole bottle.
Creamy, and it's got a bit of warmth to it, and like it makes your lips feel a little tingly. And there's a little bit of a burn as like the tail end of it.
Oh, careful, I told you it bites.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now, does
no.
Balrek drink alcohol? Like,
Nope.
give me a Constitution save.
Is it because of patches, you think? Oh,
You just liked the drink.
no. Or that too.
That would be a 15.
Okay. You feel a little bit, better. Like, the stress of the day feel like they slip away. You're not nothing, but you're definitely like, oh.
Looks
well,
like
that's-
you really like that.
that nice happy feeling just kind of spreads from your big, minotaur belly and just kind of.
That was really good. Thank
I
you.
think you need another one. Looks like you need one. Is that empty?
I'm gonna get another one, but it's not because you said I wanted one.
Okay.
Oh no, I wasn't saying you
Just-
want one. I
it
said
does
I
have-
think you
Walk
want.
Balrek, it has
What have I
alcohol
done?
in it, so just be careful.
I think I heard it.
Okay.
I'll have, my cider and then just pull out the book but start skimming.
I will drink.
You're gonna drink?
Yes.
Okay. If you're gonna drink. If anybody who's gonna drink, give me a con.
Oh, me.
Oh, I'm sipping. I'm still hungover from the day before.
I have apple
You're gonna have
juice.
another eggnog.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another one. I don't. I don't remember what she said it was,
no.
but I'll take another roll of those.
Did you roll it
I
once?
like that, huh?
It was really good.
Get rid of
You
that
want-
dice.
you want the extra
What is,
cinnamon?
why are you using that
Yeah.
dice still?
Probably a little bit more on that.
Because there's dragons on the nose.
Yeah, it fails you every
2 silver.
18.
18. Yeah, you're fine.
So that was a natural 1.
That's it for 1. Okay.
Oh, you're not even gonna be
Uh,
fucking with it for my smut reading later.
How much was Maul's drink?
Oh, silver.
I'll throw up 5 silver.
I'm gonna be laughing at Gideon. You just, I see you're sipping because you couldn't hold your liquor last night.
I held it just fine. I just don't want to hold this too. Laugh at me all you want. Look at you. You're a mess. And now that you're a mess, let's talk.
She's not actually talking to you. You're like here, and she's looking about here. Just like a good 5 inches away from where your face actually is.
I'm just gonna keep trying to get her attention by sparking a little light. Press attention. Come on.
Oh my God.
Back here. Pay attention.
No, no,
We're just throwing this out
The headache's
here.
just starting to throb already.
No.
Nadia, since we're talking, I was invited for tomorrow as well. It would be rude for me not to go.
I'm really angry at you.
What did I do? Because everyone here keeps walking away from me every time I talk, and I have done nothing but help you people.
I don't walk
Even-
away from you. Just
Well, you know what? You're right, and for that I adore you. You're the best out of all of them, but the rest keep ignoring me. If I may remind you, although I don't shut up, apparently, I have helped you repeatedly. And even healed several of you.
That doesn't mean you can hold it above their heads, though.
I'm not trying to. I simply want to talk to someone and have them listen.
Okay, let's talk. I'm listening right now.
You
She
are.
says as she's reading. Transductive. Actually, I'll put my book down.
But the question still stands for you, Nadia. Why are you mad at me? What have I done?
What?
What have I done?
And Natty just kind of sits back and just
that's
kind of
accurate.
ends with a
Asleep. Oh, she's asleep.
I'm gonna have to ask her tomorrow.
very, very drunk.
What do you think I did?
If you want, I can talk to her about it.
Please. She's too drunk to hear me, but you know what? I actually do kind of care about her. Just a little. And I can't keep having her mad at me, because she's the only one who actually can hold the conversation around here, with a lot of color and a lot of entertainment value, and I'm feeling a little unappreciated in a small town.
Okay.
I'm sorry to lay that all on you, but I've had a lot of time to think while I was walking around looking for you all in the woods.
Does that mean you don't appreciate conversations with other people if it's not colorful?
No, Asta, I didn't mean that at all. Not like that. I have been enjoying our conversations thoroughly. Everything we've talked about has been entertaining and enlightening. I have enjoyed it. But I'm a big fish in a small pond, you know? And I love to talk to the other little fishes. And you're so beautiful and so fun. But I make so many jokes you just don't understand yet. Keep reading that book and you will.
I'm planning on finishing it, don't worry.
Good. Let me know how it ends. I was a little gone by the time the writer got there.
I was gonna say I thought you read it.
Yes, I started it, I swear. But, you know, by the end,
Okay.
you'll see.
I think maybe if you stop just being in Nadia's face about all the stuff, she might back down.
I don't want to explain why. But I have to.
Explain why what?
I need to make sure of something.
Okay.
And I can't really explain it yet.
Well, I mean, at least with her, she'll tell you when she's ready or whatever.
Time is of the essence here a little bit. And I don't want her to get hurt.
So then just say it.
I can't say it. Is she completely out? Am I, like, positive on that?
Because you were like drinking, right?
Ah.
Yeah. She seems unconscious,
Look, I will extend
sliding
a little...
off the chair.
I'm trying to be quiet so the rest of the tavern isn't really hearing.
There's nobody here.
No, but there was the gnomes and stuff.
Oh, they're nobody.
But I'm
Nobody.
gnome buddy. I'm being extra careful here.
Do you have initiative token or inspiration tokens?
These are very different things. They're very different things.
Ooh, sounds like a drinking problem over there.
All right.
Everything.
It's a solution, actually.
All right.
So I get a little quiet. Listen. I don't trust Valon. And I have reason not to.
Why?
That I can't say.
Why?
I know Leander. We're old friends.
Okay.
And he found out I'm here. Now I thought he didn't know I was, and I thought we were enemies. Actually, turns out, big misunderstanding. Just everything gone wrong very quickly. But when we reconnected, he has some information that
About Valarn?
yes.
So what is it?
He and I both don't want Nadia to get hurt. And there's a possibility of that. Diving in too deeply too quickly. And I promise you I can't say more than that. I have given my word. But I thought at least telling you this much will show that I am coming to trust you as far as I can trust in such a short time.
Okay.
We haven't been together long, but
And then there's a
You-
boom as Nadia's body hits the floor.
Oh no, I want to let that happen. I was
Okay.
trying to hold on to her,
Okay, so you're-
her lifeless
She
body.
is definitely like you are holding her up at this point.
I will reach over and help. She's pretty light.
If she's like passed out, I'm just gonna.
Put her
I'll
to
just
bed.
bring her up to her.
Good
room.
idea.
Okay.
I'm weirdly light.
She's the bed next to the door.
Okay.
Yeah, you pick her up. You're like, what is she full of? Like pillows or something?
She's just, you let her go and the wind takes her.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Well, that brings me back.
Anyway, where's my inspiration token? Thank you.
I respect bad puns.
I'm not good at
Tomorrow-
any puns.
You'll get
A
there.
deficit over here.
Just help me keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
And she has this meeting with Valon tomorrow, and I'm worried about whatever will happen or won't happen. And I don't want her to fall in too deeply and get hurt. Am I making myself clear?
Mhm.
And let's drink to that.
Gideon.
Yes.
I think you should just talk to her.
I was sworn not to. He didn't say anything about telling any of you. Well, a certain
Wait,
part of it.
Leander told you not to tell Nadia?
Yes.
Isn't she closer to you than he is to you?
Yes, but
Then
they're quite close. And he's doing this for reasons. And I respect that.
I don't understand any of you in not telling people the truth from the get-go.
You'll come to understand in this adventuring life that sometimes secrets are meant to be kept. Secrets have power. Maul hurts people, and quite well, might I add. I don't hurt people that way. But with a word, I can cut right through their flesh. Into the very soul of who they are. Secrets have power. Use them wisely.
I won't ever use somebody's secret against them.
Well, that's why you have that fancy boomstick.
I do have a gun, yeah.
Exactly. You've got a gun. I prefer boomstick. It's got more pizzazz. Or fire thrower. Ooh,
No.
shard dealer. No, I don't like that.
No, I think gun works just fine.
Alright, fine, gonna do. We'll workshop it more later. Now, Balrek's gone. Tell me how this story's going. Where are you at?
Oh, I wasn't reading it at all. I was reading the other book.
Now I'm bored of it.
I mean, if you want me to read it, I can.
If he's not coming back, I say go for it. And I can explain some things to you. I think you'll need some context.
Are you guys going to begin to read smut as the hour's going? How late do you plan on staying up?
I mean, I'm used to staying up late.
Okay.
But
Maybe another hour.
Okay.
It'll be an educational experience.
yeah.
Do you stay up for this hour of awkward education.
Nah, Maul would fuck her piece out.
See, there's a part of me that thinks he's going to be sitting there quietly laughing to himself.
I know
too,
everything up to second base, okay?
I know everything up to 8th.
But the problem is asking second base is shaking hands.
Oh.
Just kidding. Okay, so you
Just
talk
laugh.
smut into the evening.
I have alcohol,
You have alcohol,
so
and we'll just kind of fast forward to the next morning.
Sure.
I would bring Nadia upstairs, tuck her in, go back downstairs, get a big glass of water, and then bring it back upstairs and put it on the nightstand next to her.
There is a pitcher in the. You probably could have just poured from the pitcher in the room.
I'll make sure there's water right next to her.
Okay. All right.
You were too good.
Whatever knowledge I would have about curing hangovers past that.
Okay.
well, let me tell you.
All right.
Just a bowl of eggs.
So is she asleep with just like there?
Just that.
Cool.
You would when you go to sleep. You know you whatever form you were in would stay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So you all wake up then the next morning. Maul and Balrek probably a little bit easier than everybody else. No, you really didn't drink too heavily, so you're fine too.
I literally had apple cider.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
She's wasted.
Apple cider.
All the sugar.
When you wake up, it's really gray. You can kind of smell that.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I had to be up for 5 with Hadra.
Oh yes, so you were gonna be up early. Okay, so you get up real early, and same thing though. It's gray, kind of, that feel right before a storm. You wake up, you can look over now that a little bit of light is filtered in. You see that there's a big old glass of water by Nadia, and she's like tucked in, like all just kind of like hands at her side, just blanket tucked in, and there's a few, looks to be like some whether it's some sort of herb just kind of sat there next to it with a little note in just that very nice handwriting of Balrek that's dainty yet kind of big, and it just says, "Take these."
Before I leave, can I go downstairs and ask for some orange slices to leave on her nightstand here?
Just, yeah. Give you some slices on a small plate.
Sure, you get drunk.
Silver.
Huh?
How much?
Just like 2 copper.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so you're gonna head over to Hadra's.
Mm-hmm.
She's over there getting the forge set up. You see her take like the hood portion, and she actually starts to like kind of move it, so the opening looks like it moves, like the whole like top hood rotates, and she starts lighting everything up. Oh, I didn't actually think you were gonna be on time.
I have to be usually, so here I am.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to get started in basic, and she'll take the morning and she'll kind of walk you through and try to figure out what you know, if anything, about like Bumpkus. Okay. So she'll walk you through like how the primer works, the gunpowder.
Okay.
And if you want to give me a Tinkerer's Tools check with dexterity, as you kind of work on this through the early parts of the morning.
So I have proficiency, so it's just a dex roll plus my proficiency bonus?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have any, I don't think you have any other tools that you're proficient with, right?
No.
Okay.
A dragon chest set?
That'll help a lot.
That will not benefit you here.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Oh, that's good. That is 22.
22. Okay. You got the knack for this. And you can see that she kind of walked you through the process of kind of getting these things set up, and she did a couple too, and you, once after explaining it, you seem to just kind of be able to kind of keep pace, at least with the the basic bullet creation section.
Okay.
And you're able, between the two of you, you're able to easily make that, another 20 bullets.
Oh, hell yeah.
She's like,
So cool.
we can keep working on this later on if need be. Between the two of you, it's fairly quick. It only takes you about an hour or so.
Oh,
everything's
wow.
said and
Okay,
done.
that's really good.
To
Oh, wait, I owe you. You said it was 5 gold, right?
Don't worry about it. It's all taken care of.
What do you mean?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, but...
A friend took care of it. And
Oh,
she's,
what friend?
you have a good morning, Esther.
Okay. Wait, was it Valarn?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the lesson, Hadra.
No problem. Anytime you need to use the forge, let me know.
Okay.
And she goes and she pulls like this huge piece of metal out and sticks it into the fire, getting it ready to go. About that time, you two would wake up. About 6 a.m. Rain's probably starting to drizzle down a little bit. The faint, like, tick, tick, tick. You, where did you go afterwards?
Is there like a market or anything, or is it just...
There was like 2 market stalls and Mercutio's.
I'm sorry.
One that does fruit, one that does vegetables. Oh, and then there's Merle does all of his stuff from his shop.
Hold on. This is gonna be like
another one.
7 more sneezes.
Okay.
I didn't take my allergy medicine today, guys.
We'll come back to you heading towards the shop.
Fruit.
Fruit, okay. So, 2 of you wake up to a kind of a dismal, gross morning. Smells a little bit like ale in here.
I'll conjure an acorn and go to give it to Patches, and then remember, and kind of just put it on the nightstand.
Oh, not even there, my heart just broke.
You see Ball just kind of set something, a little acorn down on the nightstand and just kind of look around.
Is he sleeping in?
What?
Patches.
He's not here.
Alright.
I gave him the Veridar for safekeeping.
Oh, okay.
Kind of get up and do a little, and then probably head downstairs.
Okay.
When you do
And
that,
just-
just like a cloud of dust come off, and you just
I'd
like,
like to imagine.
yeah.
Just perpetual dirt all over him.
I imagine you just a little, like, not like gross dirty, but just a little bit dirty all the time.
It was like, who's it, Linus or whatever from the...
Oh, jeez.
Pigpen. No, I wouldn't say quite pigpen level. Okay.
I mean, horses always have layered dust on them, no matter what you do. So.
Oh, de Balrek.
I want to get like a small drink, and then I'm gonna go outside.
Okay. You go and you
A morning mead, if you will.
morning mead. Okay. You sit down outside, and you notice what looks to be like a little bit of commotion towards the tents, like a bunch of people kind of like crowded together. And you see kind of coming across is two figures. One of them kind of stocky. You think it might be Lord Candor, but he is not in armor, coming from the church, heading down towards that lower camp.
Okay.
You would probably notice that as you're heading towards the stalls too. You would see the church doors open, and you would see somebody just kind of like coming out and just kind of being like, probably looking a little agitated, and then starting walking with Lord Candor towards the tent city, towards the eastern part of town.
I think I'll go walk over there and see what's up.
Okay. We're gonna head over that way. Okay.
After buying like an apple or something.
Yeah, the goblin that runs the stall. What kind of apple you like?
Do you have any Honeycrisp?
Of course. Honeycrisp.
What kind of apple provider do you think I am?
You want a big one or a little one?
Big, of course.
There you go.
Thank you. How much?
2 copper.
I'll give him 3 copper. Oh, wait, no. Huh. I'll give him the silver because my copper's at 69 right now.
Okay. Ah,
Can I have a few more apples?
so that's much, of course.
Alright, cool. Thank you.
You have anybody you don't like?
What?
Anybody you don't like?
Anybody I don't like?
Yeah, I got one with a worm in it.
Oh, no, I like everybody. It's
Okay.
fine. I appreciate the thought, though.
Don't like everybody here. This is Kabara. It's dangerous. And she. Your apples.
What's your name?
Zida.
Thank you for the tip, Zida.
No problem. What is your name? You're new around here.
Oh, I'm Aster. It's nice to meet you.
A little tiny hand. She's definitely an older goblin. Like the yellow skin is definitely kind of like wrinkly and.
Nice. Cool. Thank you for your help.
No problem.
I'm gonna chomp on an apple.
You went out. What are you doing when you go down, Balrek?
I would go probably just get some breakfast and sit in the tavern for a bit.
Okay. It's empty in there when you're sitting down there. You are literally the only patron.
Sounds like a good time to question the bartender.
Okay. You're just sitting out front.
Yeah, just kind of
Okay.
enjoying the rain.
You make your way across Aster, and there is kind of right like at the tree line, there's a bunch of people they're in a semicircle, or almost a full circle, standing around something, and just kind of like a couple like gasps. Huh?
Push forward.
Okay, you're gonna like try to push up and see?
Yeah.
One of the kind of the stocky woman. You don't want to go. You don't want to go forward. That's
What is it?
somebody was killed last night.
What do you mean?
We thought we found all the wounded, but found a man this morning. One of the gnomes that was in town was.
Who?
I don't know. We have Lord Gaunter coming over now to find out the people. We need to make sure that nobody is, I don't want any of the people down here implicated, and it's none of us.
Gonna like listen to her, but like try to still push through and look.
Okay, give me. So you push through the crowd. Give me a perception roll.
I swear to God, if it's Dr. Cloak, I'm gonna be real upset.
With a wrench.
It's a 5.
It's a 5. You're honestly taken aback by the scene that you see, and
Oh no.
you can't totally get a good look at the face, but there is a gnome body kind of up with its arms. He's almost like propped up, like almost like he's standing with like sticks holding his arms up, and his entrails are just on the ground.
Okay. His entrails are outrails.
And it's a mess. There's just blood everywhere. If it is Dr. Cloak, you'd be surprised because there are no books with him. It is just a body. But yeah, it's probably the first time Aster sees something this bad, and just kind of with that you're just like, oh shit.
Take a few steps back. Don't have appetite for my apple right now. But I'm definitely gonna pace and wait until he's hopefully identified.
Okay, so you're gonna hang out there
Yeah.
and just kind of pace around. Okay. You're eating Maul, and I'm not eating. You're drinking. I'm sorry, not eating. Drinking.
Eating your meat.
It's basically
It's
the same thing
chewy
for you.
meat.
No.
Meat's got butt to it.
This meat eats back.
And you see probably about 5, maybe 10 minutes after you saw Lord Gaunter walk towards the tent, somebody comes up from that area and comes up towards the inn. Actually, you would probably no, it would just be another gnome just kind of comes up that you haven't met and just walks in past you and just kind of looks pretty dour.
Okay, this isn't the gnome I threatened, is it?
No.
Okay.
not the gnome you threatened. And you see one of the gnomes kind of come in through the door, head immediately upstairs. Kind of pauses at the bottom of the stairs for a second, and then just kind of like hurriedly goes up, and you hear a bunch of like rapid succession, loud knocking, like ga 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 ga. Some steps, ga 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 ga. Muffled voices from upstairs, and then like 6 gnomes come down the stairs and just moving fairly quickly head out of the inn. The 2 of you, being fairly inebriated last night, are woken up to the most awful racket of whack whack whack, wake up, whack 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 whack, wake up, of going down the hall, kind of like on the other side, and you can just hear it echo through your rooms.
No, thank you.
When you wake up, Nadia, you feel a little bit weird at first, and like you look down and you're like perfectly tucked in, just like somebody like pressed the blanket in like down your sides. And there's a big glass of water, some little herbs, and a plate of orange slices.
Ooh, Balrek, and I'll eat the herbs.
You immediately, like within minutes, you're feeling a little bit better. The light sensitivity, there's still a little bit of a headache, but most of the light sensitivity goes, and you are no longer nauseous.
Okay. I'm gonna sit up. I'm going to take the patch off my robe. I'll get my gems, and I'm just gonna go to Mercutio's.
Okay. So you just start heading down. Okay. So you get ready. What is
I will clean myself up, get dressed in some of my finer clothes, and head downstairs for a little hair of the dog, and then go. So why is everyone shouting this morning?
So you would probably get downstairs. You would probably be going down slightly sooner. 3 minutes after the gnomes come down. Nadia, are you holding the gems?
No,
Okay.
They're dispersed throughout my body.
Okay.
They are tucked away in different areas.
Okay. Throughout your body. That's
Under the skin. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you see Nadia make her way down. The gnomes beat feet past you, Maul, too, and they just head down towards the camp.
Okay.
Why all the shouting? What's going on? I was sleeping.
You were downstairs at this point, Nadia. You're just heading straight out?
Yeah, I'm just.
Okay.
Boom.
Right out the front door.
Oh wait, did I pass Balrek?
It's Balrek. Yes, Balrek is sitting by himself in the, I'm assuming, the middle of the, dead center of all of, nobody there. He's at the one table, facing with his back just kind of like right towards the hearth, like you almost feel like, man, I should just take all of his stuff just to teach him a lesson.
Oh, he'd never forgive me. Hi, Balrek.
Hi, Nadia.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
Thanks for the I assume it was you with the herbs.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
It means a lot. I'm going to Mercutio's. You want to come?
No.
Okay. Okay. I'll
No.
see you later today.
Okay. Don't let him. I don't know what he does. Don't let him take all your money.
I won't. I promise. I just go.
Okay. As the door closes, you hear the ultimate familiar footsteps of Gideon coming down the stairs. I feel like you would be distinct.
Oh yes, there's a certain walk to it. It's not terribly heavy, but it's kind of like slow and methodical. I make an entrance wherever I go.
So je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
Assassin, hachu.
And Balrek again
He's
sitting
in tight.
by himself, just looking like a mark.
Alright, so I'm gonna walk right up behind, pick up some stuff. Walk around right in front of you, Balrek. If I didn't care about you so very deeply, I could have just walked away with these.
Yeah, but I saw you do all that.
I'm showing you. Others would not have shown you.
I'm not blind, Gideon.
I know you're not.
I'm also not an idiot. I know people do bad things. I just like to give them the benefit of the doubt first.
Well, that's very admirable. Truly, it is. But that's not entirely how the world works. And I have known too many less than stellar individuals.
The world will always work that way if that's how you see it. If you don't give someone a chance to do the right thing, they will always do the wrong thing.
Well, here I am trying to do the right thing. Though, I guess my aims were misguided. Here's your stuff anyway.
Do you feel better having taught me a lesson?
Not even remotely, actually. Funny you ask. I couldn't help but notice you are not out and about doing things.
No?
You had no preparations this morning?
My only plan for today was to bring that lizard folk back to his village, and I told Nadia I would wait for her.
Do you know why somebody was knocking on the door this early in the morning?
There were gnomes running around. I'm not sure why.
Huh. Well, now I'm interested. Do you know where the others are off to? Maybe I can go hunt them down.
I saw them leave the building, but that's about as far as I got. I've been here.
Why don't we do something? Get to know each other. What is it you do for fun?
What is it you do for fun?
Everything that you would never want to do. That's why I'm asking you.
Go see if anyone needs help around the town.
I have an idea. You know plants, right?
I have a feeling I'm not gonna like this.
No. This isn't anything untoward. Really, it's not, I swear. Genuine curiosity.
I know some plants.
Could you maybe show me a few? Walk me around the forest edge? Just teach me a little.
I mean, I only know the very basic stuff, like stuff you can use to stop bleeding and get rid of like a small amount of pain.
Well, those would be nice to know. Any that make people sleepy.
Do I?
You could nothing. It would take you some work to actually knock somebody out, but you've probably done some stuff to help people sleep.
No.
Is it pretty obvious he's lying?
I don't know.
He said it very fast.
Okay. Right. I'm not asking for any bad reasons. It's just sometimes I go to bed rather late and I need to...
Well, the thing is, Gideon, you never make it easy to trust a word that comes out of your mouth.
Well, that's a dark aspersion on my character, but I suppose you're not wrong. Secrets have been my way. It's how I've survived.
And the only reason I've not shut you off completely is because Nadia vouched for you.
What can I do then? I have been trying to be more truthful with you.
Just keep doing that.
Right, but do we know how long that'll take?
Proper friendships take a while.
Wouldn't know. Well,
You've never had a proper friendship?
Can you go walk in?
sorry, I'm distracted by that. Not. Well, I have a few in the troop, but I'm not proud to say it, but when the going got tough, Gideon got the fuck out. So, it's hard to say who's my friend now.
I know it was said earlier. What's the bartender's name? Rondis. I'll kind of sit there for a second and then stand up and... Rondis, do you have any empty jars?
Yeah?
Could I have a couple, please?
Sure. Like, do you need them, like, permanently? Like, you're gonna break them?
Oh, I'm not gonna break them.
Alright. A couple... 3?
3's perfect.
Back with 3 mason jars with lids.
And I'll put gold on the counter. And walk away.
What's the jars for?
We're gonna go look at herbs.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So you guys are gonna start heading out? Okay. 6 gnomes just come, like, quickly running up and just kind of, like, start pushing everybody. Move, everybody out of the way!
Do I recognize one of them as Dr. Cloak?
You do not see Dr. Cloak with this group.
God.
What? So they come over and they just like, one of them just like, oh my god, and just like, another one's like, oh, and like covers his eyes, and there's one that just kind of reaches in and pulls out a pad and starts taking notes. A few of them go over and start talking to Lord Candor, and they're kind of like whispering and...
Walk closer to here.
You're going to try to walk closer to here?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you being discreet at all about this, or are you just kind of like walking closer? There's a little bit of a crowd, so you could probably...
Yeah, I'm not like trying... I'm not going out of my way to be discreet.
Okay. Lord Candor will kind of look up at you at one point while you're walking towards that way, and he'll just kind of look back and try to, see, make kind of like a placating motion. You hear, I promise you, I will figure out what has happened. It's going to take time to look into this. If you have any information, we'll head back to the office once we get the body taken care of, and we can talk from there, and we'll figure out what happened to your friend. Gideon and Balrek left the inn as well as Nadia. So you have seen everybody leave the inn.
All right. Does anybody notice me off to the side?
Everybody notices you off to the side of the wall. Yeah, you would have seen Maul as soon as you walked out.
Hey,
Hey,
do you want to go to Mercutio's with me?
sure.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys don't see Balrek. Oh, but you don't see Maul.
I bring my drink.
You bring your drink? Okay.
What is real?
Yeah. You would notice a bit of like a commotion as you're coming up. Like there's like a crowd at the east side of camp, like with all the tents.
Do I see Aster?
Perception roll.
At advantage because I'm purple.
That's a natural 1.
Throw that out
I would
the
say
window.
advantage because you're purple. You are the only purple person.
Okay. Perception?
Yeah.
16?
16. Yeah, you catch her kind of like standing at the edge of the crowd, and you see her just kind of like taking some steps towards like a group that's kind of off to the side.
Looking very distraught, I might add.
Oh, shit. That's, resident tiefling. Doesn't look too happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, crowds like that aren't usually a good thing.
I'm really hungover. Okay. Do you want to check that out?
Sure.
Okay.
So you're detouring?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to Mercutio's after this, though. Without
Okay.
without Gideon.
Well, I don't see him now, so.
Oh, she looks sad. We should go.
Okay.
Okay.
You start heading over, and you see somebody come with by Lord Candor, and you see this figure come up to, and he's got like what looks to be like a bundle of cloth, and he comes over and kind of like drapes it over the body, and Lord Candor just he's alright clothes, but obviously he was woken quickly out of bed. There's just like a tunic and some breeches. Everyone, I understand that we're all a little bit disturbed by this. I ask you all to go back to your homes, your tents, continue with your day of work. We are going to figure out what happened here. My guess is I'm going to see if it has something to do with the attack last night. I promise you all that you are safe, and we will make sure that everything is fine. Just kind of there's definitely some like grumbles in the crowd, and people look a little bit uncomfortable, and nobody breaks off outside of a group of like 2 or 3. People are kind of eyeing the edge of the forest.
Is Lord what's his face?
He's there.
Is he available to talk to, or is he like kind of?
He walks over and he's just kind of overseeing as they're.
Is he Sir Concord?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Concord, yes.
I was like, who's Lord
Candor? God damn it, Concord.
Sorry.
No, thank you. I should have made an easier name to not fuck up. And he's just kind of directing people and just kind of overseeing as they put a sheet over the body, and you can see kind of somebody people like lifting the arms up to kind of like lay it down so they can get everything situated. And he talks with the gnome who is taking notes, and one of the other gnomes is just kind of standing there talking. He's looks like he wants to say something, but is just kind of a little bit like, I don't know what to say.
Can I go to that gnome?
Yeah. Hello.
Was he your friend?
Yes, we've been colleagues for a while.
What was his name?
Dr. Lavernius Brown Cloak.
Oh.
Does Aster look obviously just?
Yeah. I just needed to write his full name down because he will never be forgotten.
I already forgot it.
An expression you've probably never experienced come over somebody's face. Kind of. He looks up at you and just. Yes, he was a good friend. I need to go.
Wait, I know we don't know each other, but I guess he was kind of my friend too. And, do you want a hug? I give really good hugs.
He kind of, sure.
Kneel down and give him a hug.
Okay. Okay, he gives you a hug and a little bit of a pat.
I'm sorry about your friend.
Me too. He always said that if he was going to die, though, he'd rather die in the field. So, I mean, I kind of thought that, he was going to get, like, shocked by, like, a dart trap or, like, crushed by a boulder. Not something like this. We will figure out who did it. And they will meet gnomish justice.
If you need help with that, you let me know.
I will. And the expression on his face kind of softens a little bit. You have a good day.
You too.
And he goes off and starts conversing with one of the other gnomes. You see Aster just kind of, she talks with the gnome, and you just see by the time you get over there, she's just kind of obviously looking like she's having a rough ass day, and just kind of turns around as this gnome walks off, and you see Nadia and Maul just kind of there.
Do we see the corpse covered in?
Yes, you see a sheet over a corpse, and there's like, now you could, like, the cloth has come off, so there's what looks to be 2 sticks kind of like shoved in the ground, like on either side of it, and there's quite a bit of blood on the ground. You're pretty sure that's all of his blood.
Hi guys.
Hi. Are you okay?
It's Dr. Cloak's phone. I kind of... He had a slice across his torso and all of his guts were kind of on the ground. And they think it was the lizards maybe, but I feel like it's my fault.
Why would it be your fault?
I don't know. I have some stuff in my lab that people keep getting in trouble for, so maybe it's that. I don't know.
Did you kill him?
Obviously not.
Well, it's not your fault.
You don't need to pin bad things that happened in your life on yourself. Bad things happen all the time.
But what if it was because of me?
Didn't he ask you for this information date? What, I don't know what it was.
It wasn't a thing.
He asked you, didn't he?
Yes?
Alright. Well, he put himself there.
If that even is why. It's a bit of a long shot.
You're not the only tiefling. I'm sure he's interviewed plenty other ones.
Is somebody looking at the body right now?
Like
going through it at all?
No, it looks like they're trying to get like a board underneath to try to kind of get it lifted up right now. Like somebody kind of like roll, like you see them roll the sheeted body over and slides a board underneath it.
I just pictured like a mozzarella stick being pulled apart.
Oh my god.
It made me gag. Sorry.
Lord Kander or Concord will just kind of, you'll see him kind of look between the three of you, and he'll kind of put his hand on one of the gnome shoulders, like, come on, and bring the doctor's body to the cathedral, please. And one last look at the three of you, and he walks off.
What the hell was that?
Maybe he's mad at the thing I said to him last night. I don't know.
Maybe he suspects us?
Of what? I've never even met that guy.
What? He was the guy.
You don't want to. He sucks.
Oh, you were doing the bodies. He was he's the church guy that Balrek was working with to talk to the lizard man.
Alright.
Sir Candor. He's kind of like the mayor and the sheriff here.
And also like a
And a
cult
religious leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Apparently separation
What a terrible
of church,
combination.
separation of church and state doesn't exist here, apparently.
Alright.
What?
Nick being meta.
Do you think that was maybe a look of we should follow, or if he just thinks we did it?
That was... I've got my eye on you.
Yeah, well, I told him we had our eyes on him, so...
Oh. Threatening.
Wow. Yeah, that.
In Celestial, to be precise.
Oh, secret threatening. Even better.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was threatening. I don't know. He was looking at Balrek all weird. I didn't like it.
Oh, well then yeah, threaten away, but...
That's... Thank you.
Just know that you did threaten this man.
Whatever. He's a religious dude. Zealot, whatever you want to call him.
Where in town would you be starting to look for herbs?
Not in town at all.
Oh, you're gonna go...
I said like around.
Okay,
the
so
forest
are you
line.
gonna go like south?
Probably go south first, because if we came in from the south, chances are I spotted a couple decent herbs on the way in.
Okay. So you two start heading out that way. You see what looks to be a crowd kind of starting to disperse. You would probably be able to see the rest of the group there. They're chatting kind of towards the tree line. And you make your way out of the south portion of town. There's most of a gate built at this point now, so you're able to get out through that way. The building that's right by the inn, it no longer has a for sale sign.
Oh.
No, sign's gone. So there is now an occupied house. So you two are just gonna kind of go out looking for herbs. Like, how far are you going out?
I would be willing to go out pretty far, honestly.
Okay.
Half the things we've run into I've talked us out of, so
That's fair. Okay.
So yeah, I'll kind of like lead us out, and as we're going along, I'll like every time I see an herb I recognize, I'll like bend down, kind of hold it a little bit, and explain to you the various things that I know that it can be used for.
I would be as seemingly as possibly interested as I could. I would be fascinated.
Okay.
Really? And
How interested are you really?
Alright, so secretly it's more that this is Gideon extending an olive branch.
Okay.
And while it is fascinating because he comes from a background of tribalism and learning those things, I have a base knowledge. I really he's trying to get to know Balrek.
Okay.
And so part of that is I kind of want to start plying him with questions once things are going. Things like, how did you learn all this? Where are you from?
I learned it from Veridar. Anyways, so this is a poison plant. You don't want to touch this one. It's gonna make you very itchy. Okay?
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Oh.
Don't touch that one.
Hands are up here. See?
You remember? I think it was Nadia made a crown when we first got to the jungle.
Oh, yes.
Oh no, it was you.
Yep, I do remember Nadia doing that. Definitely wasn't me that did that.
Yeah, that was this.
Well, I won't be doing that again, will I? Faraday sounds... Was he in town?
Yeah.
Oh, so are you from around here?
Nope.
Cool. It's fascinating.
So anyways, this one, I can't remember the name of it, but it's very useful for stuff like Nadia's hangover this morning.
Or perhaps it's willow bark?
Maybe. I don't remember the name.
Oh, interesting. Where'd you learn about willow bark? With Veridar? And where was that about? It's getting a little less subtle as time goes on, but it is good-natured, the whole thing. I'm never, Gideon is not trying to be a dick. He just is really trying to, be a friend, going about it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned about Witherbark from Veridar.
And you traveled all the way here?
So did you.
I just travel, it's what I do. Next big thing, next big chase, big performance.
Okay.
Well, you don't seem the type. I thought you'd be the type.
So anyways, if you want to stop bleeding, this one works really well for it. It's called Bloodwort.
Oh. That's good to know in case I have to stop up a wound on Maul.
Yeah, or you gotta take it and you gotta mash it up a lot, and then you gotta mix it with some water. And you gotta let that sit for 10 to 15 minutes.
Meanwhile, they've bled out.
No.
Oh, sit on them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thought you meant sit in the bowl.
No.
Those are important details.
That's how someone would die.
Exactly my concern. Certainly don't want to be. I'm mixing the bloodwort. You take your time. Don't bleed out, and hope for the best.
Is that how you help people?
It's how I pretend to. If I really want to help people, I just say you're beautiful and it heals you.
You hear a bit of rumbling coming down the road.
Oh, what? Did I miss something?
Something coming.
You see the goblin from the path the other day, sitting on the front of a wagon with a couple of horses, and behind him is a wagon with just loaded up, full of a bunch of recently cut down trees. cruising down, like no, like not even being like safe as he goes down. Like things are bouncing around. Like if somebody came out and jumped in the way, they could probably get run over.
I think we should back up a little bit.
I'm just gonna stand on the side of the road and grill him.
I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay.
And then look over your shoulder.
Hey, big guy.
I do have my staff and shield, by the way.
Yeah, you want that again? Big money.
You're never getting this.
We'll see.
What?
He just like rumbles into town.
He wants your staff?
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty, but what's so special about it?
it's blue.
Right, well, it's pretty, and so am I. But people don't want me just because I'm blue.
From all the stories you've told, that's not true.
No, they want me because, well, you know what, I don't think you want to know. Aster would want to know. She's been reading the book. Where's she? I'll tell her all sorts of things.
She's back at town. We saw her as we walked out.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh.
You didn't say anything?
No. Figured you saw her.
I only have eyes for you right now, my friend.
I mean, you have your own eyes that are your own.
You're right. They are mine, and I'm glad that they stay that way. Anyway, I'm not going to go down that road of questioning. Now,
So anyways, this vine
yeah.
is really good.
It's like the odd couple out here.
In about this time is when the storm kind of really starts to roll in, and it begins to rain, like just
Should probably get back.
rain.
These clothes aren't meant to get wet that much.
Well, should try just having better clothes.
These are the finest. What are you talking about? Are they out of fashion? Did I?
I mean, if
Have I made a faux pas?
if you can't wear them in naturally occurring weather, they're not that good.
Weather doesn't happen inside palace halls.
It does if someone uses magic.
Hopefully they're using magic for other reasons inside magic palace halls, etc. Why don't we go find the others? I don't want them getting up to too much shenanigans.
You can go. I'm gonna collect some more stuff to help out around town.
You sure? I don't want to leave you alone.
I'll be fine.
I'll take your word for it. And Balrek, thank you for this. It's been ever so enlightening.
Yep, you're welcome. Glad I can help.
I'm gonna give him a pat on the shoulder. Thank you. And then I'm gonna hitch up my pants, my skirt, and like tie it in a knot on the side so it's not getting all muddy. And walk gingerly through it, going, oh, my boots.
Okay.
I'll stay out for another hour or so, collecting anything I know Veridar needs.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go try and find them.
Okay. So, three of you, a little bit distraught. Group is kind of dispersed a little bit, pretty much completely at this point. What do you two up? What do you three up to?
Mercutius.
And the Mercutio? Okay.
Bye, corpse.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really friendly.
Yeah, I have no problem with him. He's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
How's your head?
Actually, it's fine.
Was it the stuff that Balrek
Yeah.
left you?
Yeah, I woke up and it was like Sandman, and then I just, I had the stuff he left, and it's gone.
Start making your way across town and get over to good old Mercutio's. Open up, and it's a fiddle this time, a little jaunty fiddle tune as you come in. Welcome, friends, back to Mercutio's, I see.
Hello.
You look so dour.
There was a murder in town, in case you didn't hear.
I heard. Did you know?
I like to think we were friends, yeah.
Can I offer something to maybe brighten your spirits?
Sure.
And he's like, watch this. And he points a wand towards Maul and flicks his wrist. I need a charisma save from you.
Oh no.
Oh boy. And I'm missing the show, damn it.
Natural 20.
You just
so 19.
19. you see a flick, and like there's just like the hint of a flick of Maul's smile start to go up, and you feel something, and you're just like, my mouth moves how I tell it to move. You just lock that shit right down.
Do you just hear muscles tearing as you force it again?
Hoping to play along. And he just kind of zaps himself, and just like this huge grin just kind of takes up his face. He's like, see? Makes you smile. And he's like, his face is just locked in a smile.
Oh man, that's gotta hurt your cheeks after a while though.
It fortunately only lasts a minute, so it's not too bad.
Is that for sale?
No, this one's mine.
Okay. No, that's fine. Business. And I'm gonna take out, first, I'm going to take out the wand that I got from the lizard folk.
Okay.
Could you identify this? Is this something in your realm?
I'm not a stick salesman.
Oh, is it just a stick?
I think so. I mean, you probably use it for magic, but no power to it. Flip, pair of glasses. No.
Okay, well, good to know. Secondly, I'm gonna take out 3 of the gems from the coat. What are these worth?
Good cut. For clarity.
Yeah, where did you get those?
I'll tell you later.
80 gold each.
80 gold?
Yeah.
Is he telling the truth?
Why are you asking me?
Because you can do the haggling thing.
The what?
I tried to haggle.
I asked him not to cheat me because I don't know how to haggle.
Say it again. How much are they worth?
How much are they worth?
Let me look again. Hold on.
No, this is haggling.
Oh, you know what? I missed a couple facts. These are 100 gold.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Is he telling the truth?
Yes. He definitely backtracked a bit there. He's like, they're going to be hard. I don't have enough. I can't do all 3 of these right now.
You can do all 3. Can you do 2?
I mean, you're looking for actual gold?
Yes and no.
That doesn't really work with this question.
So yes, but let's just keep the number in our head, and I will continue to shout. If you don't have the gold, can we exchange it for
Oh no, we can do trade. I mean I don't like to keep a ton of gold.
What about half and half? Like you do some.
Yeah,
gold
if you want 100 gold,
Okay.
I can make that happen.
I would like 100 gold. For just the two right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this one back. So.
What else are you looking for, dear?
What else am I looking for? Advanced Magical Theory. That book. I want it.
Okay.
Yes. Do you have a compass?
Let me look in the back.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you looking for? I'm not gonna go back there like 6 times.
Do you have like cool rope or something?
I have rope.
A compass, cool rope. You have rope? Like a little bit, like kind of like skinny almost.
Skinny.
Like,
Yes.
what are you looking as far as cool? I got one here that I could do.
Are
Wire.
you
like-
looking for that sort of stuff, like that BDSM stuff that was in this book I was reading last night?
Oh.
I mean, if you have some.
I mean, no, it's just
rope with like a diameter that's like, if I could make a bracelet, I want to
Well.
braid it.
Oh, you just want some string to make a bracelet?
Yeah, but I want it to look like rope.
Yeah, that's fine. I can
Okay.
do that.
Okay, so
So twine.
Fine.
yes, okay. So the rope, a compass. Do you have a compass?
I can probably do a compass.
Okay. Do you have any more smut?
Yes, I've got
Okay.
plenty of stuff.
So I want the smut. I want the advanced magical theory. What else? What do you think Balrek would like?
Stop buying me presents.
Are you looking for a series of smut or just like a one-off?
A series.
the equivalent of 50 Shades of Eberron.
I have the first 10 books of the Magical Kinky Treehouse.
Oh! I want them all.
What?
Yes, I want those.
Oh, just the first 10, huh?
Just the first 10.
How many are there?
Been writing for years. There's probably 50 or 60 of these things.
Okay, well, I
Wow,
want...
how much smut can you actually write? It's gotta get stale
How
after
much can
some
you read?
point.
How much free time do you have?
Hey, you know, a magical treehouse that travels through time.
do you have
Oh.
children's storybook?
I also have the magical non-kinky treehouse.
I don't.
Is that the title?
I don't want to read 2 treehouse
just-
series.
No, that's fair.
Oh, what about
But like fables.
Yeah, those tales
Um,
by those sisters.
Pop Top Fables? Ah, I got some of those.
What are?
Pop Top.
Pops up. Okay, so those
You taking
Um,
inspiration?
and do you have any like bony type things like skeletons?
He's like over there. You know, the barrel of bones.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna like get like a fistful of bones. Can I? Is this okay? For one of them? One of them?
Yeah, no, that's
Okay. Yeah. Do you have a bag?
Yeah.
I don't want
What?
to just hold this sack of
Fill your
bones.
own
Yeah.
bowl.
What are you doing?
I have plans. I have so many plans, and it's great. And it's gonna be amazing. So that's 100 gold for me, which means I'll give 20 to you because I borrowed 10, and
Oh.
it's with interest.
Okay. What? Okay.
Drinks later?
Yeah, sure.
You owe me one.
All right, you're right. You still owe me a favor. You remember that?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I think that's about it. Unless, do you want anything else?
Do you have
If I could
anything that would
piggyback?
protect small animals?
Pulls out it's about yay big, like adamantine, or not, a steel box. Like how big? How big of it?
It
You
needs to breathe.
I could drill a couple holes in it.
Mm,
Are you looking for like armor for a small animal?
do you have that?
Could Hadra do that?
No.
Could
but-
Hadra do
It would be convenient.
I mean, Hadra's like really talented. She probably could.
True.
Probably. I mean,
Acorn on a shield.
Oh, an acorn, half an acorn as a helmet.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Stupa, I need more art.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
It's
Nick.
fine.
you have a small healing potion for him. Like, what are we talking about? Like a badger, a big cat?
It's a squirrel.
I would probably not take that anywhere I could get hit by things.
True, but unfortunately sometimes that's where we go.
You have a pet squirrel?
No, the big guy does.
Oh, man. I gotta meet him. Why do
You gotta tone it down.
Oh.
He's easily spooked.
That's surprising.
Yeah. Well, you know, elephants hate mice. What are you gonna do?
That's fair. Anything else you need?
Do you have any ways to send messages to people?
A scroll of sending?
Sure.
Yeah, I can do one of those.
How much?
First one I'll do half price, 25 gold.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright.
And I know it's a lot. I just grabbed a lot. But do you have anything small that could be used in pranks that you would be willing to put onto piggyback onto that price?
How much have you spent so far?
That would be one like that would be 100 gold right there for the advanced magical theory, the first 10 of magical kinky treehouse, some rope, a compass, pops up fables, and a bag of bones. Do you have any prank stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I've got, now,
About
listen,
a whoopee cushion.
all out. Those go quick. This one, now listen,
Huge
it
demand.
looks like a spyglass,
Okay.
and it would work if it had all the lenses, but if you put it up to your eye, it'll put a mark on their face.
Okay. Do you have like an actual spyglass?
Yeah, that's gonna cost,
Spyglasses are expensive,
it's
Nadia.
gonna cost you a lot, dear.
Do you have one?
It's pricey.
No, they're expensive.
How much are they?
The one I have, 250 gold.
Maybe it's something
you want one?
we save up for.
No.
Okay.
We're not anywhere we can see that far right
so
now.
I take the fake one. Do you have like smoke clouds or fart noises or fake bloody nose? I don't know. Just something funny.
What about like a fart box?
Do you have a fart box?
I have this. And he pulls out like a little box and he's like, here's what you do. It's about an inch by an inch. You pull out this little string, and 5 minutes later, it will start like chirping. And it'll be kind of like a high-pitched noise. It will last for a week, and it gets progressively louder and more inconsistent.
Bless you.
Oh my god.
So it'll just...
Who made this?
I love it.
Bless you.
All types. I dabble a little. Five bolt.
What did I say? Can't piggyback on the.
Oh yeah, no. We'll put it
Okay,
on there.
because
Yeah,
100's
you're
a lot for like just some bones and books, you know.
You know, the good books. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Good bones.
all right.
Best,
So
finest
that's all of
lizard
your
books.
stuff. I'll give you the 100 gold. You give me nice 2
Oh, you
gems.
didn't take any lizard bones.
It's 1 gem.
Those are
I give you
something
1
else.
gem because that was 100.
Oh, okay.
100 for 1 gem, and then bartering for the 2nd gem.
Oh fuck! Okay, so this the 2
Yeah.
gems. You're smart. Okay. Math's not my strong suit. Not trying to cheat you, honestly.
She's
Truly.
very excited about shopping
I'm
sprees.
very excited.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Okay. Yes. That's it.
All right. Come back to more Crucios. And, you know, if you want to bring your big friend, you know, maybe I talk a little bit quieter,
Okay.
a little bit less hand movements.
Yeah.
I'll get them a look beforehand.
You can.
I appreciate the effort.
You can just pretend to be like a normie.
Let me see if I can do it. Hi, my name's Frank.
That's
Oh.
perfect.
No. That would weird him out even
No.
more.
Yeah.
Just gotta be me.
Yeah, be yourself. But like, no, just be yourself. If Balrek doesn't like that, then he just doesn't have to come in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you guys to do the shopping for him. You guys are all fun.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
You should probably see where the others went off. to.
Yeah.
You missed out on a lot of parts. Not coming to that lizard. I don't know what I would call that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna hit up Hydra and see if there's anything worth keeping. Yeah, I try to keep my hands clean, you know.
Sure. Okay.
So when we walk out, I'm going to
What?
give you the advanced magical theory book.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I know you were looking at it earlier, and I don't know. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
You would see Gideon coming like across the middle of town towards you, Balrek-less, and it is pouring.
And I look like a wet cat. I'm so unhappy.
Like a wet cat, but not just like any wet cat, like one of those nice big fluffy cats that's normally
Oh.
happy, but one of those
So
totally
dry.
wet, yeah.
Yeah.
Does he
We're
have
like-
makeup that's running down the face?
Well, not the face. At this point, the makeup would probably be in this region somewhere, I would guess.
I'm so miserable out there. You have no idea.
And the worst part is, it's not even like a really cool rain. Like it's still like 70 degrees outside while it's raining.
Oh yeah, Gideon is so miserable right now.
Love it.
Hello, friends.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you get inside, please?
Can't
Oh,
you just
yeah.
make yourself dry?
Not when it's actively doing this.
Okay.
You know, it's
Just
like
dry
bailing out
here,
a sinking
wet.
ship.
Okay.
Have you seen Balrek?
Yeah, he's out by the road picking herbs. We went out there and he was teaching me some things.
You left him by himself?
Honestly, he prefers it.
I don't think that's true.
Well, when it comes to me or alone time, I think he chooses alone time.
I'm gonna go find Balrek.
Okay.
I don't mind.
So, before you go, what happened? There was so much commotion in town, and I missed it all, and I'm a little disappointed about that.
Can you tell him about it? I don't want to talk about it.
Sure.
Oh, heavy then. Can we get inside somewhere dry and talk?
No, this is my favorite weather.
I know it is, but this isn't always about you, is it?
Okay.
Let's go inside. he's clearly like walking in that direction, trying to go just somewhere, and is not taking no for an answer.
Oh, gun's inside the coat, by the way.
Okay. All right. You're gonna head up towards Balrek.
Mhm.
Okay. And you guys heading into a building?
I guess so.
Were you guys going anywhere?
Oh, we should see if Hadra can make squirrel armor.
What time is it?
It is probably close to 11.
Really?
Maybe like 10.
Okay. Didn't the murder stuff happen at like 7?
I guess you guys haven't been wandering around this town
Yeah.
too long. So yes, it's probably only like 8:30.
Okay. Well, squirrel armor.
Yes, squirrel armor. And tell me what happened while we walked.
And do that.
Okay.
So
Yeah, but no.
his insides were.
Yeah, that can happen when someone cuts you across the body.
That I'm sort of familiar with, but
I need a survival roll already. I want a survival roll from you, Aster. As we're heading out.
I'm good at
why
that.
would anyone do that? I mean, didn't we stop the lizard folk people?
We stopped some of them.
It's a weird way to leave a fellow.
Well, sure.
Not
mean,
if,
Some of the other lizard folk left a snake with a knife in it for us.
it's not weird if you're trying to make a statement.
That's
Sure,
true.
but
Hand?
what is the statement?
I don't.
We
I'm
can
not
come
lizard.
in and kill your people whenever we want and get away with it.
Sure, that's fair. Aster, how are you doing?
I'm not here.
Yeah.
Oh, she walked away. She's good at that.
Yeah.
So you guys are heading towards Hadras?
Mhm.
Okay. So you guys chit-chat heading over towards that way.
While we're heading, I'm like braiding that compass with the rope into like a bracelet.
Okay. So you don't get lost. Nice. Okay. You get a little bit mixed up with some of the footprints at first,
Oh no.
but you're just you start and you're like, he was off the road. This is not the right way, and you're able to kind of you lose a few minutes. You find Balrek probably about a quarter mile away, picking a few flowers. Moving along, looking down. Are you doing anything specific while you're picking flowers?
Probably like muttering to myself, like, "Oh, yeah, he'll need a lot of those, so I'll just fill up the jar, just pick a bunch and."
Okay. You through the torrential downpour, you hear some like muddy footprints coming up.
Okay, I'll probably wait for them to get a little closer and then like hand on my staff.
Okay. I mean, you're seeing this at this point, so.
Hi, Balrek.
Oh, hi Esther.
What you doing?
Just getting some herbs to help Faraday.
Do you want some help?
Sure. Do you know what to look for?
No, but if you show me, I have a pretty good memory.
Okay. Well, why don't you look for this one and he'll point out bloodwort to you.
Okay. What's this one?
It's called bloodwort.
Okay.
It'll help slow bleeding.
Oh, that's useful. I will look for some bloodwort and just pass the time in quiet with Balrek looking for stuff.
You'll be able to find some herbs, and you said you were going to hang out for what, about a total of about an hour?
I'd like fill up the couple jars with herbs.
Yeah, survival roll.
At
What
advantage.
if
At
I'm,
advantage,
if
yeah.
I'm helping?
Yeah. You're a competent helper. That doesn't look promising for you.
15.
15? You're going to be able to fill everything within an hour.
Okay.
Okay. So you two mill about filling up some herbs. Yeah. The three of you get to Hadra's. She's got Merle's there's a knoll walking away with a wagon, just what looks to be full of meat, and just kind of like rolls off like around the back. There's just like a bunch of like skin just like hanging off of like racks.
That's peculiar.
Laurel.
Hey, what's going on?
Why do you know him so well to say hi and he's got a barrel full of meat and...
It's the butcher.
Man's got to do his job.
Well, I'm less concerned now. He just seemed a little,
Oh, no.
you know,
Guys are
getting
Raine.
cut in half and all.
What's we got a bunch of stuff to fill. What's up?
Oh,
You wanted a gift for...
is this Merle?
No, this is Hadra. She
Yeah,
steps
I got
steps
confused
out.
a little
Oh,
bit.
sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
She'll step out after.
We have a question. We know you're a super talented blacksmith.
Feel many
Right?
things, clearly.
Your arm's super cool.
Thank you.
If I may be so forward. Could you make a set of armor?
Of course.
About this tall for a squirrel.
It would be...
I don't think we need to go about making
Just get a
the full set of armor. Maybe just like a cuirass,
You want
just real quick.
Like a
armor
half plate?
for a squirrel?
Yes.
Just get
It's
I didn't know about this, but I do now, and I'm totally for it.
She wanted a gift for the big guy, and he's worried about his squirrel. He's
This,
got
this
pet
isn't a
squirrel.
joke, right?
This is not a
Sometimes-
joke at all.
No.
I know. See, one of our friends carries a
Well-
squirrel.
I mean,
Who's got Discord on?
I think that may be me. Sorry.
Sorry.
Nope, that's fine. It literally just popped up in front of me. I will delete it while we are doing this.
Wait.
I guess the two questions are, which type of armor do you actually want made, and do you want it actually functional?
Yes, functional 100% completely. What type of armor? Okay, so I'm thinking probably a half plate because he is a squirrel, and easily
breastplate.
movable, and also a helmet, maybe an acorn, maybe like the acorn cap. Just
Can you, like, carve an acorn sigil sort of into the armor? It's his crest.
Oh my gosh, please, 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 please.
And he needs a little shield to go on his arm.
I'm assuming that this isn't your
She'll pay
champion,
anything.
so it's something that we don't need immediately, right?
Sooner than later would be great. We do
Sure.
have things to do.
We might not be here forever, so.
I mean,
what
We've got a few days.
looking like that,
Yeah.
I'm happy to stay here forever.
what would your timeline generally run?
See me. Come back tonight before I close. I'll try to do up some sketches,
Okay.
and we'll talk price.
Perfect.
Okay.
We might not be here.
Oh, well,
Oh,
could we come back tomorrow?
I'm not going to be anywhere else tomorrow, so yeah.
That's the
okay,
spirit.
perfect. Thank you so much. And I swear we're not joking. Like, for real.
We're not.
You have some strange friends, Maul.
Well, I mean, what do you give a druid for a gift? Is what I had to think of. So
I think it's a spectacular idea.
That's a good question. And that's what we'll pick up after break.
Squirrel armor, squirrel armor, squirrel armor, squirrel armor.
Jesus Christ.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want
yeah.
the acorn helmet so bad.
You can't kill Patches if he has an 18 AC. Alright, gang. We'll be back after a 2015.
Balrek will be getting hit with Patches in front of him, and Patches won't get hit.
Oh boy. Alright. We'll be back in Type 15. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks.
BRB. And we back. And we
Yeah.
back. Hold on, I have to do something very important.
Is it make us back?
No, we're back already.
Okay.
We're back already, but I'm
So-
doing
Were
something
you
important.
putting armor
Oh my
patches?
God.
I'm putting armor patches on the screen.
Okay.
Armor patches. Okay.
Yes.
So, you have found out that you're going to be able to get armor for the sweetest boy.
Yes.
What are you going to do now? It's just like pouring.
I don't think like campaign's over. Like we got
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
end. We
You're right.
made it to the
This
end.
is all we needed. That is.
Once the armor's done, everybody's level 20.
Oh.
Yes. I haven't even killed anyone, and I'm level 20.
What do we want to do? Anything? It's still like 8:30.
Yeah.
Kind
I
of early.
mean, I just mostly want to go for a drink with you.
Are we still there?
Are we
Yeah.
not? What
I thought
about?
she was like kicking us out because
Yeah, she was like, I
Oh.
gotta get going, guys. Sorry.
Then I call that out as I walk away.
We can drink later. You're not gonna drink this one.
I'd love to try.
I do
You're
not
right.
doubt that.
Now it is raining, so let's find something else to do.
Is there like a gutter and like a bucket of water? Like
Don't you
that's
fucking
like
dare.
dripping. Like is there like a gutter and then like a bucket of water underneath the gutter anywhere? So you know people collect rain sometimes.
The inn does rainwater collection.
Okay, just good to know.
He's very eco-friendly.
Good.
Rhombus Talar, what a guy.
I
I
mean,
mean, I could deal with just hearing more of that fascinating book.
I'm not with you.
Deal with more of that. I'm sorry, I'm trying.
So, you two wrap up getting herbs. Jars are full.
I think that's all we can get right. I mean, we could kind of pull out his pockets and they're empty right now.
And you pull them out and like there's like water. Like you're the inside of your pockets are wet. It's this wet outside.
Oh,
Do you want to go back?
sure, yeah.
I mean, I could stay out here for a while. I don't mind.
I could too, honestly.
We should probably go see what the group's up to. 'Cause
Okay.
we need to bring that lizard folk. Oh, I never got his name.
I feel like you did. Hold on.
The rest of the folks' name.
I listened to it like 4 times. You didn't.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Okay.
If the name had been dropped, I would have had it in my notes.
So you start making your way back. It's gross. It's a little bit muddy, but
Yeah.
You're telling me.
It's just a little mud. Balrek,
Yeah.
what do you want to do with this honey? Should we just hold on to it? Maybe
What it
put it in mason jars or something?
doesn't Valarn need it?
I don't know. I never talked to Valarn about it. Why would?
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
For some reason I was confusing Valarn with your friend.
Both these. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Sav.
No problem.
Thanks, Dad.
I already gave Valarn what Valarn needed, so.
Oh, do you have it on you?
Mhm.
You gonna see it?
Sure. Take it out.
Big old thing of honey.
Open it up and. Does it taste?
So good.
You can't just stick your finger in the whole thing, Balrek. What are you doing?
Why?
Just bits of fur in
You
there.
get like a stick or something.
What?
Preferably one of those honey.
But if I just pick a stick off the ground, it's gonna be no different.
Okay,
than...
not a stick, but like a straw at least. It's fine. You already did it. It's whatever.
Wait,
What? Did it taste good? I'm gonna one of my Honeycrisp apples. Just cut a chunk off of
Okay.
and dip and eat.
Phenomenal.
Oh my god. That's really good. That's really good.
do you know any honey-based dishes?
Tea? Nope, that's it. I could learn. I mean, maybe Mercutio.
Maybe someone else.
Maybe you don't have to talk to him, but maybe he has like a bacon cookbook or something.
Maybe. We should
You know what?
Hope just dealt with some nonsense. We should make something with this and give it to the town.
Oh, that's such a good idea, Balrek. Oh, wait! I could probably make a cobbler with it. It might not be like an apple cobbler, but...
Let's go to Mercutio's.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll go to Mercutio's.
So are the three of you just kind of milling about town, or...
I
you're
don't-
waiting to go to Valarn's, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would try to slip beforehand.
I'm clearly not gonna let that
Gideon
happen to the
goes
best of
and
my
takes a
ability.
poop, you just leave.
Oh, he's holding it. He's clenching through the fucking day.
Okay. So it's you're just kind of like wandering about, and you see Aster and Balrek come back in town, just kind of chatting at each other. Balrek is just like matted fur everywhere,
It's awful, isn't it?
completely unfazed.
Right. No, not
I'm
awful.
unfazed too.
You're wearing the duster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It's clean now.
it might as well be like it's gone like through like 3 shades of coloring from just like all the water on it. It's soaked.
Can
but
you
yeah,
get
no.
leather dusters?
Huh?
Are they made for like all-purpose weather?
You're an Eberron there.
Are they made for Yeehaw?
Yee, and I
A little bit
cannot
of yee,
stress this
dust,
enough.
just a dash.
So
So
we have,
yeah.
we have cobblers.
You're all pretty much back together in town, kind of milling about. It's
Feels like it's been eons
Nine.
since we've been all together.
Hi guys. Oh, hi. We were just
Hi.
going to Mercutio's real quick.
Oh, okay, we were just there.
I know, I was with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I'm all.
So, what you heading back to Mercutio's for?
Cookbook or something. We're thinking of doing something for. Well, it was Balrek's idea. Making something for the town as like
Yeah. That sounds lovely. I'd love to help somehow. I'm good at overseeing.
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh.
I figured honestly,
subtle, hint
being
taken.
honest here, Balrek is not the biggest fan of Mercutio, and he's pretty loud. So maybe if it's just me and Balrek, he'll
He
stay
seemed pretty quiet to me.
He's not.
Oh.
Just the two of us, real quick.
Well, fair, fine. No, I'll leave you be, of course. Then.
Next time you can definitely come with.
That's all right. I think I'll just hang with my old buddy Nadia.
Gideon.
Hmm?
Remember what we talked about?
Yes, I do agree that a cookbook is a great idea, and you should go do that.
I need to poop. I leave.
okay.
That's a great idea. I need to go too. Poop buddies.
Go to the outhouse as she showed you the day before.
Okay, we're doing this. I'm gonna go to an alley. I'm gonna squat. Are we
Look,
doing this?
I have been with some nobles who
Are
are
we
into some
doing
weird
this?
things.
I'll do it.
Do it.
Okay.
You're only embarrassing yourself. And is it working for you? Can you perform under pressure? I don't smell anything yet, Nadia.
Oh my god.
We've been up to worse, honestly. I told you I had to stick with you. I'm just throwing it out there. You know what? Hat on the table, but not this hat. It's very nice. I have to stick with you.
Here, got you this wand.
You didn't wash your hands.
I didn't poop.
You tried, though. This is nice.
While he's distracted, can I slip away?
Oh.
Yeah, give me a stealth roll.
Oh,
I'm like right there, though. Just
oh my
disadvantage.
gosh.
Roll the brass die. It gives you ones.
What do you?
Oh my god. We need a Patches emote.
How are you looking to get away? You are. If you just kind of like, if you guys were all just walking around and saw them as they came in, you're probably towards like the tent. So you've got like a bunch of tents and stuff around here.
Oh.
Is there an area with a good amount of people?
There's a bunch of people in Bel. There
Okay.
doesn't look like to be a whole lot of work going on here.
Okay. So as he's looking, as soon as he looks down, I'm going to flip my hood up and I'm going to change and walk away.
Okay. Give me a deception roll then.
Oh, yes. What's 2 plus 9? 9. That is 21.
Okay. You see Nadia, and she's done it a few times before in the crowd where she just kind of dips away, and you're just like, fuck, there's like 15 people here.
What wand did you give me?
It's the one from the lizard folk with
Oh.
the
Bone
bone
and
and
It's,
stick.
it's just an arcane focus.
When I realize what it is, I'm gonna snap it.
Okay.
I was asked by Nadia to go with her today, so I was watching the whole time.
Are you with us?
Yeah.
How did you do that? I didn't even know.
Well, it's very quiet.
Yeah, and I didn't get distracted, so
That's fair. I'll give you I'll give you an advantage because she did dip off, so it is going to be difficult to keep her.
Perception, yes.
Yes.
Wait, she asked you like to go with the Lauren and stuff?
No, but she
Oh,
asked me to go with Mercutio, and then we've been hanging
just
out, so
hanging
here
out
I am.
since-
24.
You
Wow.
yes, you are able to. You're able to pick her out of the crate. It takes you a second, but you're able to because you got a 21, right?
Yes.
So yeah, you're able to.
Where did she go?
I don't know.
She always does this. This one time, right?
Yeah.
We're in this city, I can't remember, but we're outside of a pub, and I just got asked to a fight. And I said that she'd back me up, and she dipped off. Just like
Oh.
this.
Well, neither of you seem like fighters.
You're right.
Is
But
that
we weren't gonna... Which one?
if I can at all make eye contact with Nadia, and if she's dipping, like, would you look back at all?
I think you would, 'cause
Maybe,
you're fucking
but
with me.
I wouldn't have the same. I'm just like a
Sure.
red haired
I've
lady.
literally watched you change.
Yeah,
once.
yeah.
So like, yeah, I would like just like. That's it. Just like a quick flick that I know you are there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
Nah,
nod and
maybe not then.
walk away.
Sorry.
Okay. Were you heading towards Valarns?
Yeah, I think I'll chill behind the house until it's time.
Okay.
Well, I know where she's going to be later, because we had that appointment.
There
So
you go.
unless she flakes on that, I can track her down
Just
eventually.
go and wait at the Larn's house
Yes.
for several hours in the rain.
Why does it have to be so difficult with this one? Up for buying me a drink?
Sure.
So the two of you arrive to Mercutio's shop.
Okay, you wanna come in? He promised he would be good the next time he came in.
I'll just like
Do you wanna hold my hand?
open the door.
Oh, okay.
And there's kind of it's like a flute or I know, but it's the one like the piccolo.
Sure.
Just kind of some piccolo music, very very faint, and you hear, "Oh, welcome!" And he gets Balrek.
Make eye contact.
Good afternoon. After, you
Mercutio.
are.
Ulrich.
It's a pleasure. Come on in.
We are looking for either a cookbook or just like a baking book or anything that we might be able to find recipes that use honey specifically.
Oh. You know, that little bit I gave you wasn't going to be much for a recipe.
No, I know. It's fine.
Let me look. And he said something.
Do you have anything that like a crumble of some kind?
Like a cake crumble?
Like a deconstructed cobbler into a casserole.
Yeah, that.
No, but the folks that manage the fields, they ordered some new cooking dishes. They do a lot of they run the fruit and vegetable stands.
Oh, Zeta.
Yes, she may be your best bet. I actually don't have anything.
You don't have any cookbooks?
I have one. I don't think it's gonna be much for what you want. It's called the Camper's Essential Cookbook. It's great for if you're out traveling through the woods, some squirrel, some deer,
No squirrel.
a few. Oh
Deer is fine. Venison is very good.
yes, I'm
Sometimes if you season it right. Anyway, how much for this one?
it's fairly common. 5 silver.
Okay. Give him 5 silver for it.
Okay.
I'll take that shit. Okay, I guess we'll go ask Zeta then.
I don't know if they'll be out there. I mean, the rain's pretty bad. Usually the stand they'll shut down the stand for a bit. But
Do you know where they might be otherwise?
houses are just across the way. The 4 behind the bunkhouse.
Okay. Alright, thank you, Mercutio.
No problem. Is there anything else you need?
Balrek?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
You know what we could also do? Thank you, Mercutio, as we're walking out. Give him.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna look back and like give him a wink.
Just kind of he'll wink back.
Walking out. Do you want to ask Roundus if maybe he has something since he has like an inn and has to make things?
Probably not a bad idea.
Okay.
Balrek. You hear the voice of Sir Candor from like across the from actually he'd be in front of you, kind of at the corner of the building. Aster. Yeah. I thought you were going to take this lizard folk back.
Oh, I'm very sorry. We got sidetracked.
Oh. Our friend has an appointment, but it's also raining pretty bad right now.
Well, that doesn't matter much.
Well, I mean, any manner of bad thing could hide in a downpour like this.
So could we.
Oh, you know what? That's true. Did I see him roll his eyes at me?
Yes.
Fuck that guy.
The appointment is at noon, so we can take him right after that. I'm sorry. I'm not sure how long it's gonna run.
Is that okay, sir?
I don't really have anybody else to send. That'll have to work.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I just wish you had said something.
Yeah, I wish I had too.
All right. So I will see you around noon.
Sir Candor,
Yes.
that festival, I know it's getting pushed off a little bit. Do you know when that will be?
Once things settle down, I'd love to celebrate a bit. It was more of just some ale and some celebration, but with this, and he kind of clams up. With everything going on, I just think it's maybe better to hold off a little bit.
When he clammed up, like, could I discern, like, if there was any emotion coming across his face, or?
You want to give me an insight roll?
Sure.
I'd love to also, actually.
Yeah.
Me too.
Your
Across
perception's
the
not
way.
that good.
8.
8.
I got a 9.
9.
Yeah.
No, he just kind of you can tell that he kind of drops the subject and switches a little bit, but
Is there more than happened than that attack?
Oh, I didn't tell you.
Tell me what.
My friend, Dr. Cloak, he was found dead this morning.
Oh, Master, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. He had friends that were closer than me, so it's not really my thing to mourn.
you were
So,
friends with the victim.
Briefly?
yeah, they were just talking last night.
You spoke with him.
Yep. When you say it like that, Balrek, it sounds really bad.
Why? Anyone can talk to anybody. That doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Was it before the attack or after?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was alive, so yes, before the attack.
What? She didn't do this.
I didn't say she did.
We had dinner at like 5 at the inn with a whole room full of people. So all those people saw him there as well. And he and I just like talked about research stuff.
Nothing else? Just talk?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just kinda... Okay. Just trying to get all the information we can to, track down where he may have been going when this happened.
Did he have any of his stuff on him?
His stuff?
Like, he always carried books and stuff.
No.
Have you looked at his room in the inn? Yes.
There were no... A catalog is being taken out by his friends to see what, if anything, is missing. But, his key, he was carrying no effects. His room key, everything was not with him. You wouldn't by any chance... Any idea why he would have been down by the forest, or where he went after you spoke with him?
Do you have a time of death?
Exact? No.
Does that exist in D&D?
Probably not.
Fuck. Okay. Rigor mortis.
It was assumed shortly after, around maybe the time of the attack. We can't say for sure. But he wasn't found until the morning.
Do you think maybe the attack was just a disguise?
I haven't seen any evidence of that yet, but Book is currently looking at the body. Something about the way that it was laid.
It was weird. I saw it.
Would you mind if I went and assisted Book? I have some knowledge of the body. Might be able to help.
If he needs more assistance, I will reach out to you, but I think for right now, I will let him handle it.
In my limited scope of, like, religious stuff, could I try to, with how he was positioned and stuff?
Give me an
Like,
Arcana roll.
Arcana? Okay.
It would probably be a disadvantage.
That's fine. My dice haven't been rolling well for me tonight anyway. Yeah. 7 and an 8. 9.
9. Something there's you say there's something weird about it, and something definitely seemed odd about how it was set up, but you're not...
Nothing from my experience.
No, there's like that vague nagging, like, I swear I've heard of something like the, there's usually that faint thing in the back of your mind, but you're not able to bring it forward.
Okay.
But if that will be all, I have to finish taking reports and putting things together. After you get back, would it be possible to possibly speak to you, Aster, again, and if there's anything else that you might have forgotten?
On one condition. I'd like to try to help figuring out what happened to him.
We can see what can be done about that.
Okay. Then yes.
Okay. Well, I'll see you in a few hours. Okay.
Sorry again.
It's unfortunate. Okay. So, you have dipped off. Are you heading...
What time is it? Still? Like,
It's still a little bit early, but...
I'm gonna knock on his door.
Alright, you're gonna head over and knock on the door?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear... I think you can hear voices inside, but you're having a bit of a hard time hearing over the rain, and there's not an immediate response to that first kind of normal knock.
No, if there's voices, that's weird. I came too early. I'm just gonna go back to the inn, but like, I'm just gonna look like a different person. I'm just gonna be like I'll just be a human.
Okay. You,
And just order a beer and sit in the corner until it's time.
Okay. You, when you head back into the inn, you see Rondis come out of the back room, obviously a bit frustrated, and sitting where you're like,
Oh, you okay, sir?
Sir?
probably the worst day I could have had them come through to inspect the inn. So, no, not having a great day.
Oh man, well, if you would like to talk about it, I'm just a traveler.
Subtle.
New in town. Where are you coming from?
From fuck, what's that town? It's oh man, you know, it's what's the town we just Kambara?
New Throne?
New Throne.
Okay.
Yeah, we're coming from New Throne. I came from New Throne.
Huh? Guess you're out in the frontier now.
Yeah,
What would you like?
just looking to make my way in life.
Okay.
I asked him to go buy me a drink, so we would be.
Oh yeah, I guess you guys would probably be in the inn.
And
Okay.
We're going to the inn as well.
You're going to the inn as well. Okay. When you guys got to the inn, it's probably the first time you did not see Rondis. One of the first times you've seen him not working the bar for most of the pretty much the entire time you're there, until some just random traveler walks in and just kind of he walks out of the back, and the two of them just kind of start chatting it up. It's
So we didn't get drinks then?
you got drinks, but
In
it
order
wasn't
to
him.
get drinks, if he
Right.
wasn't
Has,
in there, if there was nobody.
A gnome or a halfling helping him or something like that, doesn't he? Halfling?
Oh, that goes my plan. I was gonna just reach behind, grab a bottle, and leave a gold.
Yeah. Probably not a wise idea.
That's what I would have done if there was no one there, but.
That's fair. And this halfling looks like he is just struggling. Like, a lot of people are kind of in here towards the middle of the day. It's rainy, not a lot of construction going on. So there's a lot of people getting drunk. You know, a lot of day drinking going on.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, your drink takes a while. Like, you probably got your drink after sitting there about 10 minutes. So you're probably just starting as
Okay.
you walk in. You see Maul and probably towards the corner. Maul and Gideon sitting in the corner.
I sit in the opposite corner.
Okay.
Just nursing a drink.
About 2 minutes later, Aster and Balrek walk in.
Oh, friends! Come on over here, join us.
We have a mission. I'm gonna
We do
go
have
right up to the bar.
I'll just go fuck myself then.
Unless you want to help bake something.
You can see
Sure.
Rondis. No, I understand. No, I understand. You're doing a great job. I'm sorry. She's in the back right now. I'm sure this will be done soon.
Rondis, what's wrong?
Inspection. The House Galanda inspection got here today, and of course, worst damn day. Galandra. They're the ones that do like all of like the inns and hospitality. The Gold Dragon Inn was a whole House Galandra.
Could
Oh, okay.
Is there anything you need help like cleaning up quick, or is it...
Nope. She's already in the back doing her inspection. So, yes, the woman who's inspecting.
Oh, okay. Usually, I don't know. Never mind.
Oh, this is the 5th century. It could be anyone.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I don't actually know. But
Do you think could we like borrow your kitchen if she's in there?
I promise they'll clean it.
Well, we shouldn't. We should wait for the celebration.
What? Is that actually happening?
I think so.
What do you need a kitchen for?
Do you have a cookbook?
Yeah.
I'm gonna like go to reach for the honey, assuming you'll let me.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll like pull it out. We want to use this to make something for the town.
It's a lot of honey.
We don't want to use all of it because it could be good to have.
I guess we don't want to use all of it.
Especially because honey goes a long way.
The part that you're not going to use, you're looking to get rid of it all?
I don't know, borrow it.
What are we?
Is he
What are we
acting
talking here?
funny right now?
No, he's just a little bit like, that's a lot of honey you guys have in front of you. He's like,
How much is it worth to you?
How many body parts?
do you mind? And he picks up a spoon. Do you mind?
That's the way you do, Balrek.
No, you just-
Dips a little bit in and
I'm going to say you put your finger in
It's
and catch
really
himself.
good, right?
You guys planning on being in town, like, for a while?
Ideally not. Why?
Just say, this could cover your room for, I'd cover you and your friend's rooms for the next 2 weeks for half of this.
No.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate the offer, but we want to make something for the town.
Oh, I mean, I was going to take that half and I was going to make a hell of a mead, but...
I've been waiting, but I haven't been a part of any of the conversations.
I don't know alcohol.
Yeah, neither does Balrek.
You make mead from honey?
Yes, that's what it's made from.
What? You make wine
Do you-
from grapes?
Do you have any cookbooks too?
You make ale from
Yeah,
hops.
I mean, I got some family recipes and,
Good.
some stuff.
What do you think we could make with this, other than the meat?
I think it would be really good in some sort of cobbler or something.
We'll probably mix it in with a cobbler. I mean, you could always do like a honey dipped apple.
That's what I said, Randy.
So if we did that, and then we gave him half to make mead for the town, and then we'd still have some left over.
I don't think we're gonna be here for 2 weeks, but
I don't care that. I just want to give him half to make mead for the town.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
It's your call.
I mean, like, we all earned it. Aside from Gideon.
Oh.
You're right,
Right.
he wasn't there.
Here. Now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're an extra.
Yes, she asked if I wanted to make something, so I joined you guys.
Well, alright, I
For the first time ever, I was being quiet and actually listening.
I'll just say, well, I mean, well, you weren't there, but
I wanted to be.
So we're gonna pass?
Yes.
As long as you put something
A
extra
quarter
special
of
in
a
With-
gallon
with
of
one-
honey.
caveat.
Does
it's
Balrek know
free
the
for
word
the town.
caveat?
Not sure what the hell.
How much mead could you make out of a quarter of a gallon of honey?
A decent amount. I mean, not a ton, but
I'd like to try it when it is ready.
it's gonna take a little while. But
That's fine. Just
It has to,
save
turn
like
into me.
a shot for me.
well, if this is any what I think it is, that's about all you're gonna need. And he's like, he goes out and he gets goes in the back and he's like, I will be right back. And he's like, can you answer the half? Can you get half of that? I gotta go in the back.
Do you
Can
need
answer
me to
that?
go talk to that person or something? I can be very charming.
So can I.
Get her out of your hair.
Are you willing to shoot her?
Does she need to be shot?
She's certainly damn picky. And he's just kind of like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. And he's just like,
I mean, are you sure?
yeah.
I have 20 extra bullets.
Shh. Don't go threatening people around here. It's not a good idea. And he heads in the back.
It was a joke, Balrek. I've never killed anybody.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Gideon. Though I'm not sure I should be proud of myself now.
I knew you'd never shoot her. I just mean you've come so far that you could joke about it.
Didn't he said House Galrond?
Yeah.
Galandre?
Galanda.
Exactly, that
Yolanda?
thing.
Didn't?
Yeah, go.
Were we told the gold dragon was under that?
I would have known.
You definitely would have
I
known.
couldn't
Is that a good or a bad thing?
Maul, you would probably would know who they are too, because they're the House of Hospitality. They basically run.
What are the odds that I might know them? Was I familiar at all with the house, or just the Golden Dragon?
Probably just the people at that particular location, and most of what you went through was Al.
Oh, what if it's L?
Should go say hi. Does it mind if I go back there? Just say hello.
He used to work with House Galand, so.
Oh, really?
I did some work at one of their local establishments in that place we were at, whatever it was.
New Throne.
New Throne.
Why don't you hang out here and just kind of try to be nonchalant, if you can?
Sure, of course I can.
Put yourself in the line of sight from the doorway.
Is it near the end of the bar?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go drape myself over the bar and grab a drink.
Okay.
And I'm also keeping eyes out in case I ever see Nadia.
Okay.
Come on, go join Maul while he does that.
Okay.
Okay.
So you go sit down with Maul, and not 5 minutes later, clipboard in hand, that red hair just kind of pops out of the door, and she's.
Is it Elle?
Yeah. She looks at Rhonda. She's like,
Elle.
I'm sure.
Oh, Elle.
Theola.
What were the odds of seeing you here?
I don't know. Probably not great.
Pretty slim, I know, right? Crazy, blows the mind. What are you doing here?
I'm inspecting this inn for
This
guild
establishment?
approval.
Oh, it is the best I have been in, save for the Gold Dragon, of course, in so long. They have been incredibly hospitable. They have done everything, and I'm going to kind of like peer at the check marks or whatever and just hot talking points. They have been, their food has been wonderful, their beds have been feather soft, everything.
You're approved on this.
See, I knew they would be. I never had a single doubt.
I'll be back tomorrow with documents. And he just kind of looks at you like,
Elle, you're a dear. And I give a little kiss on the cheek.
what do you do? Are your friends here with you too?
Yeah, we've made our way here, mostly by happenstance, and now we're out and about looking for things. You picked an odd time to come into town.
I know.
I heard there was a murder.
Really?
No, I actually don't know. We got ransacked by lizards, and there's been dead people. It's very dramatic. I mean,
Maybe I'll go back to New Throne.
you know what you should do? You should get his documents together, take care of that, and then go back to New Throne and just find out what's happening in the court system there. Who? Sister died, right? The sister of the king?
It's the rumor that I've heard. I've been traveling, hitting a couple inns along the way.
What's it like there? Is it gone a little crazy?
I've been going the whole time you have.
Oh, well, that's fair. You did leave. I don't know. You have ways of hearing things that others don't. Worth asking.
That I do.
Well, then why don't I buy a drink before you go? You can come say hello to the gang.
A quick one.
Of course. And you still like the white?
Always.
I knew it. I get a drink and head back to them.
Come sit down. How's everyone doing?
Oh, hi, Elle.
Oh, hey.
What are you doing? This is kind of weird that we ran into you here.
I handle any inspections for House Gaunter in the area, so Ron just wanted to get a guild stamp of approval, you know.
And he
Charge a
did
bit
through
more.
all of his hard work. I mean,
It is
we've
a
all
very-
been well taken care of, haven't we?
It's a very good place to stay, yeah.
It seems nice. Well, I have this glass of wine, and I do have to be going. I have a few things to attend to, but
Oh, okay.
it was good seeing everyone. I'm glad you made it safe.
If you excuse me a minute, I need to go run some errands real quick. I'm
Oh,
gonna run over Rhonda.
oh God.
Okay.
Have a little faith, for Captain. Rhonda, when you make that mead, maybe put aside a bottle for me.
I'll put some aside for you.
I thought you might. After all, you are guild approved, and hospitality is what you do. Around what time is it?
Probably creeping up on like 11:30ish.
I would
I leave.
probably around like 11:40. Get my shit together and disguise self as. Are there other races besides half elves and gnomes here? I mean, humans and gnomes here.
Yeah, you got probably a little mix of everything. It's probably mostly humans, and then you've got that group of gnomes.
Then just human woman.
Okay.
Nondescript, kind of crappy clothing, and gonna make my way in the direction of Lauren's house.
Okay.
My intent is to creep around it and listen at the windows, try and find out what's going on.
Okay. So you're gonna be expert shade. So give me a stealth roll.
Yep.
And you're just walking.
Yeah, but I am a white man with like messy hair, just as nondescript as I can be.
Okay.
And at 11:30, I want to knock on the door.
Okay.
I got a door.
Door opens. Can I help you?
Hi, I had to slip, and
Come in.
sorry. He knows I'm gonna be here at 12, so I thought I might as well get here earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, you're here. I assume you have a lot of questions.
Honestly, I don't know where to start. I guess maybe, and I'm gonna drop to drow and then bring up the tattoos. I guess maybe these?
Yeah, I already took down notes on those. You know nothing of what your people have been taught.
As far as I know, I am more than 8 years old.
What's the time, right? The first thing I'm going to tell you is I don't know how many of us there are left.
Okay.
Most of the troops are gone. They haven't gone. Poof.
Troops?
We are travelers.
Okay.
And that is what we call ourselves, or at least those who follow the way I follow. I follow the way of one of the old ways. We call it the way of Jess.
Okay.
And you have met Valar.
Yes, I have.
And I have shown you, and he dropped face. This is Riz. This is my real face. And he becomes very serious. This is the face that we never share. Ever.
Okay.
Yours is yours, mine is mine. Any of the other faces, it is different. That comes down to the troop. I don't even know. And he goes and he's come with me.
Okay.
And he goes and he starts digging through boxes and he pulls out a small, little like very weathered notebook. This is Jacob. This is where I want you to start. This will give you everything that you need to know. I want you to be him.
Be him?
Read it, understand, and it will take you time.
Okay.
Each one of these faces, and he goes back to Valarn, must be alive. And that is what we do for the troop. We keep them alive. We bring them from children with our children to adulthood with us. And my troop is gone. I am too young. And maybe it's time for somebody else to take up that face. So read it, learn his story, see his deeds, and that will be the beginning of the path.
Okay.
The other thing we must talk, and this is probably about the time that you would get outside, and you'd probably hear about half of this. Your friends, you have a big decision to make. You have shown them who you are. That makes them your family, if you choose.
I do choose.
But what about the other troop? The wagons. Have they seen you as you are? Do you trust them all?
No one's. There's one person who has seen me as I am. truly.
You must really decide if these are your family. They will be the ones who know your face, and you can feel free to show them whenever you wish. But as I show you these ways, we must protect ourselves, and this is how we do it.
Okay.
So, Nadia is who you are. I think you should also think about maybe seeing if there's, be starting to build another.
Okay. I said 8 years, and you said that sounds about right.
You're definitely older than 8 years old,
Yeah.
but that was about how long ago I stopped getting any messages back.
Okay.
And when the time is right, there are other things that you must learn, but I don't want to bombard you.
What were they called again?
We are known as travelers.
We are travelers. Okay.
2 L's. It's always spelled with 2 L's. It's something that people can't hear, but we know.
Okay. I have one more question. Earlier, before we were talking, and your face, it changed a little, just the smallest.
That when you are sure that you can be as much of Jacob as anybody else has, we will start working on teaching you to speak with your skin. Be careful who you tell, and think. And I will come back to you in a few days, and if there are those who have seen your face who you don't think belong in that place, we have another conversation to have, and how we deal with that.
Okay. That's a lot.
You have your entire childhood that you would have been many children.
What about this? And I pull out the pink stone.
I don't know if I am ready for that. There is possibly a lot contained within.
Okay.
I have the decision whether that is a decision that cannot be undone for either of us. So keep it safe.
Okay.
You want some tea or something before you go?
That would be wonderful, yes.
Goes and it's already ready, and he just pours a cup.
Do I need to hide these all the time? They're not 100% accurate.
They are not. And yes, keep them. You with your friends, you may show them.
Okay.
But do not let them write them down. And we have work to do because they should move.
The friends?
No. The tattoos.
They should. Well, I don't understand. They should be moving.
Again, we have a lot to talk about.
Okay.
But I think you have a busy day.
I do. Thank you.
Be careful with your friends on your trip today.
Okay.
So
I
he
will.
opens the door.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And he'll
Truly.
just kind of stand on the door and watch you go.
I'll leave.
Okay. Where do you go?
I would hover for just a moment at Valarn's door. I would raise my hand like I was gonna knock.
Oh, so you'd wait for him to go back inside?
Yep.
Okay.
Gideon would stare at the door for longer than he really should, and then turn around and walk away from it.
Okay.
and head back to the tavern. About halfway there, I'll change back to Gideon.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
But
We'll
not
change
me.
back to Gideon.
But not
All right.
Oh, what
So-
a handsome devil!
Whoa.
I changed to Nadia.
Saw him leave
You saw him leave.
real quick between the three of us. I don't know how I feel about Elle.
What?
It was weird that she was here, right?
I don't like it.
My biggest thing, and I like Gideon a lot, but if he's so close to her, she can't exactly be an honest person, right? But that's not. Her eye color is my eye color.
Sure.
I have literally never seen anybody with my eye color except for one person.
Alright.
You don't just see it every day.
Who was the other person?
My tutor growing up.
Alright, so it's possible then.
Let me write you a note.
Okay.
Do you have
Was your
his-
tutor also
Here.
a tiefling?
Yes?
Alright. What is L?
Human. Or
Half
half elf.
Half elf, sorry.
Sorry.
Me good at speaking.
Well, weird shit happens.
You would see Nadia pop back in. You, depending on how obvious you want things to be, you may need like a deception check or something like that to kind of, because I'm assuming you're fairly rattled.
I'm not going to. I'm gonna let them see it. I don't care.
No.
I figured as much, but I wanted to double check.
I'm not gonna deceive them.
Okay, so Nadia, you can see a little bit of puffiness around the eyes, and like it doesn't necessarily look like tears, but not necessarily like distraught tears.
Nadia?
Hey.
You okay?
Yeah.
I have to sneeze. Oh god. Continue.
Yeah.
Did Valorn make you cry? Should I go shoot him too?
No, you shouldn't shoot him. He just had answers to questions I've had for a very long time.
Okay.
So,
Do you want to talk about it?
maybe when the time's right, maybe.
Okay.
How about it?
I have no idea.
Hey, Mom. I made you this compass watch.
Compass watch?
It's a watch, but instead of a time, it's the compass. And it's all
Alright.
tied up like,
Like
I-
nautical.
yeah, like so you don't forget the ocean even though we're not close by.
Thank you.
What is
You want help putting that on?
Nadia, do you
No,
have
it's
a
fine,
question?
Balrek.
Okay.
I don't really think I've had a crush on anyone ever.
Like, in my coat for now, because I probably have to like tie
do you
that thing
like
on.
him? But like,
Honestly, I feel like that's something that needs to develop over a lot more time.
About that time, you would probably walk in. Nadia's back with the group.
Gideon!
Hi, Nadia. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Sorry for dipping earlier.
No, of course. I wouldn't want to overstay my welcome.
I got you this sack of bones.
It's very sweet of you. Thank you.
I know you like to decorate.
I
and
can
it's
use
kind
this.
of- They're all clean.
I hope so.
It's mostly ribs and phalanges.
I could do a lot with that. You know how much jewelry you can make? How many wind chimes?
what?
How many?
Well, a few by what you got me.
Wait,
Bones.
are those human bones?
Are they?
Can I make like a medicine check or
Yeah,
a
give me
survival or
like
something?
a medicine or nature or
I never questioned that. You never like, what kind of bones are these?
15.
15. Humanish.
Well, they're certainly not something that
no.
crawls on all fours.
You're probably not able to discern exactly what all of them are.
But there's been a surfeit of lizard folk around here, so maybe it's one of them.
Oh, I didn't even question that. Wow.
I'm so proud that you didn't.
I didn't either, and now I feel awful.
Nadia, I just thought of a story I wanted to tell you.
Yeah?
But it's not ready for an audience yet, and I wanted you to workshop it with me.
Okay.
Can we go talk for a minute?
I mean, we have to do the lizard folk.
We got 5 minutes.
Do we have 5 minutes?
I mean, we were supposed to be there like 5 hours ago.
How
So
about
we've still got 5 minutes.
we walk on the way, you guys walk like 10 or 15 feet back. The whole time.
Sure.
That works.
Sure.
So you start making your way.
Downtown.
Okay.
There would be a few minutes of silence.
There was a wagon by that house, by the house by the inn that just recently had the sold signs on. Small wagon, but it looks like there looks to be some stuff in it.
I don't know if I know about this.
It would be
building.
about here. I don't think anybody really caught it too much when I mentioned it coming in, but basically there had been a for sale sign, and it is no longer for sale, and there is a wagon at this house.
Okay. Can I see anything about the wagon or in the wagon?
Trunk, chest of drawers, maybe like a barrel. But
Okay.
it
And
looks
no one's around it right now?
not at the moment. No.
Okay.
It looks like there's like a tarp over it, but it looks like it could be personal effects. Okay. So make your way across the center of Hope.
Nadia.
Mm.
I'm sorry. And then I go in for a big hug. I'm sorry. Nadia, I'm sorry. I overheard some of it.
What?
Sorry. I think I need to tell you something.
What?
I already know what you are. I know you're a changeling. Neanderthal. But
Okay.
Nadia, please.
Okay.
I
told you. He told you.
I already had an idea.
Okay.
I've traveled with you long enough. I had to know. This doesn't make me think of you any differently.
Okay.
I was trying to protect you. And I don't know what I'm protecting you from anymore.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You're
I
more
don't
grown
know
up.
anything really.
You're more grown up than I thought you were.
I was a kid when you left.
Well, you're clearly not now, and I'm sorry. Can we...
You're an idiot.
I know I am. It's not often I'm so moved from something, but... Can we just agree an honest pact? No more secrets between us. We can lie to the world about anything. But no more secrets between us. I'm back. I'm not running from you. I promise I won't run again.
We can agree, as long as we keep the others in the loop. I mean, to an extent.
How much do you wish them to know?
I don't know yet, but
How about I follow your cues?
yeah, that would work. I like this group. The troops, great. I love them, but there's so many, and everyone's different. And
You can't trust anyone.
no,
this
you can't
fast.
trust
Throw
anyone.
them.
Yeah, I didn't know you knew. Like, okay.
He found me,
Yeah,
and I thought he was going to kill me.
is that why you left?
Yes and no. He left this note for you, and I pull out that note that Leander left on her door so long ago that says, like, there's a mutual friend in town. He may try to harm you. He was talking about me in that.
But you?
Because he thought that when I separated from the troop, I meant harm to everyone trying to come back. But I didn't. You know I don't. I ran foolishly. He was trying to protect you.
Do have a question.
Yes.
The Golden Dragon Inn. We were talking to, what's his name? Amata? And, I forgot to take out my notebook and I wrote it down because you said Elle vouches for me, you know that, and everyone kind of blew that off, and then he said she is the one who lent us this one talking about you. The fuck?
I think it's simple misunderstanding. First off, I was just merely trying to get him to trust me, which it worked.
Okay.
And I don't believe half of what I say most of the time. Otherwise, yeah, Elle hired me. I was working at the Golden Dragon for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Just to pay bills, buy ale, you know, the usual. She paid me so that I would find out information about whomever had tried to assassinate the person.
Inside check.
That's true.
That's true, yeah.
That's 100% true. That's all
Yeah,
I
that
know.
would all come by as...
You know how these things work. I don't pick a side. I was hired to get information. And I happened to find out at that moment that who is it I'm looking to get information on? Well, you. In this merry band of brigands.
And her showing up today?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Okay.
But I know she deals in secrets as much as I seem to, so I don't trust her very much. But that's not important in a relationship like ours.
I think she's very trustable.
Yeah.
I don't know. She asked me to do something. She seems to work for, I don't know, the House Galandra or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, this is sacred. No more secrets between us.
Unless
Unless
it's for a joke or a prank.
that I can get behind. I adore you, Nadia.
Alright. So you get to the cathedral, and this
I
conversation
love you.
wraps up. Still just like the rain at this point is even worse. Like there's just like buckets coming down.
Oh, we had this whole conversation in dramatic rain.
What's tears and what's rain falling down your face?
Couldn't
Yeah.
tell. Hiding these.
Are you knocking or walking in?
The Lord is always open, Balrek.
I would knock. Still.
No response.
Slight open. Hello?
Yeah, come in.
Oh, okay.
And Bulk walks up. Hey, Balrek. Hey, everyone.
Hi, Book.
Hi, Book. Hi.
Are you here to take him now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you not met Book yet?
No.
Book, this is our friend Maul. Maul, Book.
You got a name like me.
Yep.
Yes, he
where's
does.
Monosyllabic.
Where's Sensor?
He's pulling guard.
On.
Do you hit stuff with a maul?
See, I'm telling you, he knows.
I guess that's more of like a cat maul.
His name should be Fist, right?
No.
Humans don't do it like that.
Oh, they do. Among other things.
I don't think.
What? I'm so confused now.
I'll tell you about it. It might be in your book.
I was talking about
What?
his name.
It might be in these books.
Where did you get those?
A little place called Mercutius.
Anyway,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
we're here to go.
We're here for
Okay.
a thing and not for smut now.
Okay,
Come
sorry.
on.
I'm
I'll
thumbing
try.
I'll
through
send to
one this
bring
whole
him up.
time we're talking.
Okay.
I said I'm gonna thumb through one of those books the whole time this conversation's happening.
Nice.
I picked number 6.
So you're a little bit lost in the story, but it's not.
Yeah, you don't need to be in the story.
That's fair. He heads up back, and about a minute later, Lizard Folk comes out, chains manacled down to feet, just. Here he is.
Thank you, Sensor. I feel like we need to take the manacles off for him to walk well.
He doesn't need to walk well. He'll get there.
He'll just
It's gonna be a lot slower if we don't.
Who wants the key?
Maul.
Yeah, probably Maul.
Maul.
He walked over and he walked right past you and puts it in Maul's hand.
Balrek, no offense, but they might ask you to politely. And you might take it out, but with Fists
Again,
over here. We're good.
I'm not an idiot, Gideon.
I'm not saying you're an idiot at all. Simply that you're very
Kind of
trusting.
claiming that by,
No, you're
by the
trusting.
mere notation that I would.
You're
Are
very
we?
Anyway, we should probably
Anyway,
get going, everyone.
Should I point my gun at him?
I would.
No.
And that's Cedric saying it. He's.
No.
I agree.
I'm gonna switch to Draconic and talk to him. You said you wouldn't hurt me. That extends to them too.
They don't appear to be you.
That extends to them.
Very well. Will you let me go?
Undo his feet.
I don't think that's a good idea.
According to this chapter I'm reading, I say we keep him on.
If the group doesn't think it's a good idea, then we
I'm
won't do it.
sorry, Balrek.
No, it's fine. I'm not the group. There's more people than just me here.
His friends could have killed my friend, you know? Like, his friends attacked the town last night. You can't trust
His
him.
friends could have killed any of us, but they were also here on impulse,
Are you?
looking for something.
Will they let me walk? Will they do not trust me?
Let's go.
Should I do the thing?
No.
Have it ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Constantly have my hand on my gun.
Before we leave, I'm gonna turn to both of them, I guess. Is the item safe?
Yes.
Okay. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Okay. You sure you can handle this?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just one lizard folk. And I'll walk out the door.
Okay. So you start hanging out. You kind of. How is the marching order for this?
I figured I would be probably like directly behind.
Okay.
If he's up front, I'll be up front with him.
Okay.
I need to make sure I have my eye on him for gun stuff.
So you're on one of his sides. You're behind him.
I'll be behind Aster.
Okay.
I'm trailing a bit because I'm flicking through the book.
I really want to be in the back. So
You're probably
Guess
like,
what?
every time I start to flag behind, you just push me forward again.
The keeper of the children. Okay. So you're letting him do
The person
the.
on trail rides at the very back is always the one that's the most reliable.
Champ?
Is it like dark out right now? I know it's
It-
daytime-ish, but it's stormy.
It's pretty. Yeah. It's like I would say it's like dim light for a lot of it.
Can I still see pretty well?
Yeah, you can still
Okay.
see. You're just how far out you're going to be able to see is going to be like, especially once you get into the jungle, it's going to be a bit tougher to see.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, so he starts.
I'll be walking like side by side with him.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're taking about the northern exit because that's the closest.
Mhm.
Okay, so he goes out and it is to the east. There are some trails further up, but we can go straight here and catch one of the other trails. We should avoid the hunting grounds.
We should avoid whatever that sound was.
Which way are they?
We should either turn here and go through the woods, or it's about 2 miles down the road.
16 insight.
He seems to be pushing the turning now a little bit more. It seems to be fairly truthful about the hunting grounds, but between the two locations, it seems like he's aiming you more towards this one, towards this path.
Yeah, let's go the 2 miles. And I'll start walking.
I'll just kind of clump along, and he's going to move kind of slow. Like you're probably about, as opposed to like your normal walking speed, he's probably walking at about 20.
Okay.
So he's going to be a lot easier if you want to hope to me.
No, that's not my decision.
Will you let these others push you around and tell you what you must do?
Oh my god.
Whether your bosses, your parents.
Sure. Your people. Are they always this outwardly hostile?
No, but we have our purposes, and there are times when niceties must be ignored to ensure that things are done in a timely fashion.
But not always.
Not always. When I go back, I'll eventually get some time back with my family, like you. Be merry. Play games of sport. You're not so different.
I have no intention of invading your village and killing people.
That's fair. But we were also here long before any of these villages.
Okay, stop talking at that point.
Okay.
We're the colonizers, guys.
Oh no!
When you
walk
put it
your
like
back.
that, just let them free.
Well,
Just
these
let 'em
outfits
go.
make us look
Yeah.
like the bad guys.
This is where we should go. Can you group be quiet as we move through?
I chuckle in the background and part of the book.
We have to be a bit quieter here.
Sorry. Indoor voices.
Or no voices.
Everybody give me stealth rolls.
At advantage because I gave him the thumbs up instead of talking.
Oh my god.
Oh!
My dice have been rolling so poorly tonight.
18.
Stealth?
13.
Nat 20 for 23.
Nice.
Yeah. 8.
8.
21.
Okay.
How loud are his chains?
None of my dice
Give me an
are
insight
rolling
roll.
well for me.
16?
Certainly a lot louder than he is. All you can hear him as he moves through. He's a big boy like you. He's one of the more stealthy in the group, but you can hear like chick, 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 chick. Like it's almost like he's shaking his chains.
Like, do I think, based on what I've heard so far, that the chains are going to be a breaking point?
No, because Aster's been a little bit. Aster broke 2 branches, like just walking straight into them. So
My
it's,
horns get caught, okay?
it's not your fault.
They're really tall.
Aster used charge. It was super effective.
Branches fainted. Okay.
I gotta start using
I will do nothing then.
Yeah,
Okay, so you start making your way, and to the point where you're walking, you're right behind him, and he steps and stops, but his foot doesn't come down, and he you feel it kind of like step down on your foot, so you're like forced to stop, and you can see just kind of you feel like the pressure of another branch, and you see up ahead of you a good size one of these dinosaurs just kind of like pull in and just like pull up some meat out of like a large goat and just kind of like chomps down and just kind of does that whole like flip it back in its head and then just kind of like continues to move along with the pretty much gone corpse and just kind of treads along. Your friends need to be more quiet. You'll get us all killed.
Balrek. Stage whisper. Balrek. I'm gonna pull out some of my silks and stuff. Put these on the chains.
Chains aren't the problem.
know, but it'll help.
Chains aren't the problem.
It's me. I'm sorry.
Worth a try.
Put them on, Mister.
I'm gonna start wrapping your horns if you let me. Like, I get real excited. I'm gonna start
With what?
with my silks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I'll make you look super pretty.
I'll allow it. I'm pretty without the silks.
Yes, you're right.
Um,
I'm gonna make you look classy, pretty.
Southern Belle-like.
Debutante ball.
starts moving through, and the woods clear out a bit, and he points, and you can see what looks to be maybe vaguely a kind of like an arch of like plants that have been kind of like twisted together. It looks like there may be some sort of mostly natural like wall type setup where they've used trees and vines to kind of bind stuff together. It's about 150 yards out. Just like he just kind of starts to walk. He starts to walk forward through this field, and he'll kind of meander one way. He'll kind of starts making his way through.
Follow me exactly, and I'm going to face this path.
Okay. So you said that to Aster?
Say that to the group.
Okay, so you said it to the group. Okay.
Yep,
Are
then
you
I'm
sure
listening.
You don't want to play telephone.
Follow me on Twitter? What?
Follow the yellow
Everybody
road?
give me a perception roll as you walk through.
Not bad.
Oh my god. I need new dice. That was a 7.
7. Okay.
Natural 20 for a 24, baby.
Dirty 20.
30, 20.
18?
14.
14. Okay. I need a dex save from you, Aster.
Oh, that's fair.
Could I argue because I rolled very well? Advantage?
We'll allow it.
Because my silks make her look classy. Extra double advantage.
Nope, just regular advantage.
Double secret probation.
Okay, dex saving throw.
You got this.
Basic math, 18.
18. Okay.
Thank you.
You
That
are.
would have been like an 8 otherwise.
So you're stepping across, and your feet are a bit larger than others. So when you go to step where you think Balrek had just stepped, and you catch more towards the outside, and you almost just drop right into a pit. Like the top of it kind of drops in, and there look to be a couple pointy sticks down there.
Oh.
And just kind of the lizard folk just kind of, and you like he doesn't look all the way back at her because eyes are kind of here, but you see what looks to be like a smile come across his face as he continues to move forward.
Fuck this guy. If I had seen that, I would have clicked my gun.
Shot him.
And nope.
I give him a stern look. He can see it.
He can see it,
Of mice and men, that guy.
and he just he comes up to a spot where there's like a bunch of like those like willowy kind of branches and like that stringy plant matter hanging down. He's like, "This through here. Can I have these off now? It would look better."
Undo them.
Are we done?
He said it's right through here.
We're not going into the village. Are we that close?
We had not planned on going to the village. We had planned on just finding it and kind of going back.
Theoretically, we could just leave him here and go back.
I insight check his body language to see if he's gonna like spring and run or get a feel.
Yeah, give me an insight.
Thanks.
I mean, that's what we were supposed to do, right? Just
Yeah.
drop him off, see where the village is, and that's it.
15.
We could just undo his.
I didn't know we were getting this close.
He looks completely relaxed.
It's too relaxed for me. I think it'd be tense. He seems confident. That worries me.
You wanted to see my village, did you not?
I'd be confident too if I was right next to my village.
Maybe let's take. let's walk a minute backwards and then we can let him go. I think give him a little bit of time to get back before.
You said it's like a almost a curtain of vines.
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke through a little bit, like move some aside so I can see through.
See if
Okay.
it knows through.
You open it up, and there is. You look in, and you see what looks to be like 50 feet ahead, an archway with 2 lizard folk standing on either side of it. Trees almost look like they've been kind of bent and warped, so they almost make almost like a wall around it. There's a few tents. There's a large series of 3 stones in the middle, and what looks to be a small set of stairs heading down the stone floor. And you see from there probably at least 6 lizard folk, including the 2 guys.
God damn it.
Should we
It looks like a village.
talk to them?
Do you want me to try?
Why?
What?
Can I look around to see if I can spot anything watching us or like moving near us?
Yeah, give me a perception roll.
It just feels like
I missed a lot of this. What are we hoping to get out of
Yes,
here?
sir.
I don't.
You
Quite
said your
remember.
brother was nearby, right?
To the point where you think the lizard folk have him?
No, but maybe they saw him.
That's actually a really good idea.
I'm gonna. Have you seen? And I'll describe what I know about Ransom.
He's 2 years old. That's a natural 20 on perception, so 23 total.
There are so you've got like that curtain here, and there's a little bit of a path about 15 feet away from you, and Balrek would have had to have basically put his head past them. There is a figure and you not even sure what you caught. Maybe it was a glint off the scale, just dead still. There is another lizard folk like 15 feet away from you, and he's just not necessarily doing anything, but he's got a weapon.
Balrek.
Yeah.
Well, we should unchain him.
Should we?
Yes.
No, I think he can do it himself.
I see one of them literally 15 feet away, and he's got a weapon, and I'd rather him see that
We're unchaining his friend so he can help the other guy kill us?
there's 5 of us.
I think we should talk to them.
Why won't you let me go? This was our
Talk to them.
deal.
Maul, give me the key.
Please, Maul, just
Because the town is encroaching on their land. Of course they're going to be upset.
this is not the time to
I'm
talk
sorry,
about
one
it.
moment. I will make this right.
Maul,
I made a promise to him to let him go.
I didn't know jack shit about that. I'm thinking I throw the key at his face and we leave. He can unlock himself.
What is he saying?
If you want to just put the key next to him, don't throw it at his face.
okay,
If you
Or
want,
I can just.
I will fight him for the key if you would like.
ask him if he's seen Ransom. Get that information, leave the key with him, and we go.
Okay.
Ask the question. That's what we're doing.
I will say something in Draconic.
Okay. What do you say?
He will be giving me the key in a moment. I'm very sorry for making you wait. I do have one question for you after I undo your bindings.
Very well.
What did he say?
He said he'll ask. He hasn't.
We're not gonna sit here and wait for him to go ask someone.
Maul, just give me the key.
I don't think you have a choice here, unfortunately. I mean,
What is this?
What is this? We've been brought to an ambush,
I only see
and
one
I'm not
of
dying
You've
here.
been brought to a village that they're protecting.
Good luck.
Fine, you can leave if you're that worried. And I'll walk over and undo his bindings.
Thank you.
Have you seen a 2-year-old human anywhere nearby?
black hair, blue eyes.
Convey all that. Please, it is very important. It's Aster's baby brother.
I have not. But and he walks over to. He just kind of walks over towards the thing, and he looks at the figure and starts speaking in Draconic. Have you seen any small children with the pink skins come through here? The big one's like, I would love a delicious snack, but no.
Well, if you do see anyone matching that description, please don't eat them. Please get a message to me somehow, and I'll owe you a favor.
The thing's on your arm. Would you like to see something?
What's he saying?
What do you mean?
I have been, since I have seen your arm, in which you were the carrier of the knife, I wish to show you what we needed it for. Would you like to see?
What? No, I don't know.
Balrek.
I don't know. What is it?
And he opens the curtain and he points towards the 3 stones. He says, "Come, I offer you safe passage."
Balrek, what is he
You
saying?
gotta tell us something.
Please?
If you don't, Maul's gonna say, I told you so.
He knows something about this, and I'll just kind of point at my arm and start walking forward.
Balrek,
Okay. Here we go again.
that wasn't the deal,
And
Balrek.
the one that unchained himself, he says out, "I bring the one touched by Shargon."
Okay.
And come, do your friends wish to see as well?
None of us will be hurt.
No. None of my people will do anything to harm you.
You promise that?
It would be. You have my sacred oath.
It's a natural one.
That's a natural one.
no.
You're probably. He seems fairly honest.
Worst time.
He swears none of them will harm us. You guys can leave. Aster,
Alright, we're not leaving you. Simple as that. We're not leaving you. And this is coming from me. It's a big deal.
I have to do this.
We're coming with. Okay, let's go.
Minute.
As
Honestly,
you
I'm not
walk
getting out of
towards
here
the
alive,
middle of
so.
camp, there is just this kind of acrid smell that begins to fill your noses.
Well, I won't let you die.
What? Can I tell
Not
what
worried
that smell
about
is?
that.
I won't let him die.
Give me a nature roll.
It was more of a threat to them.
This is why I like you so much.
What does your friend say? He
What's
looks
13.
angry.
He just does not like being in a position he doesn't know anything about.
We did not take his weapons. He had a chance to defend himself.
And he is very apt at doing that.
Come.
That's a 13.
13. It's very. You're not able to really discern what exactly it is. Alright. So he brings you over, and these 3 stones there, as you get towards them, you maybe feel a little bit uncomfortable. You would probably feel a slight same vibe, like it's a bit warmer here, like just like not uncomfortable, but just like that chill of the rain kind of starts to dissipate a little bit, and just, I don't know, something slightly more comfortable.
Do you feel that?
Feel what?
It's different. Like in the air here.
Come below. And he begins to walk down the stairs.
I'm gonna clean myself up.
Click.
Nadia.
Thank you.
Well, if we're gonna die looking nice.
That smell just kind of rotten eggs, and there's maybe even like a slight like popping that you hear you would probably hear in kind of the distance down there, just kind of like a
Something bubbling.
yeah.
I don't want to be here.
They're going to cook us.
I hope they serve us with a nice side.
Gets down
Potato.
and after
I'm
you
a
get down
man
about
of
10
course,
feet,
what I expect.
there is just no light. It just keeps moving down. There you go.
I can see.
Can you see?
I'm gonna cast Dark Vision on myself.
Okay. So you make your way down. It gets a bit more dank, and you can see that underneath here it's kind of a swampy.
I have the ability to light up a torch. I'm going to do that.
You're gonna light a torch. Okay.
I'll like look at any lizard folk that's nearby, like.
I'm gonna loop my arm in with Aster's because I know she can probably see in the dark.
When you go to light, you're gonna see two point at each other and like converse back and forth, and then like it's like this weird like hissy chuckle.
Yeah, I'll grill the shit.
I'd prefer if you were on the left side, just in case I
Cool.
I still have this. I have my like harpoon actively out. Like,
Yeah.
Torch, harpoon, like.
So
I have
as
my
you're
words
going
at the
down,
ready.
you find that your harpoon you have to start kind of tilting a little bit. Gideon, you probably have to, and Balrek, you probably a little bit too have to dip down a little bit. It is even the little folk dips down a little bit as it gets a little bit kind of narrow down here. It's down. You can see that this has been here for a while. The stone has been kind of worked smooth, and it's.
This has ritual sacrifice written all over it. Just saying.
You get down towards the bottom, and it finishes out the spiral, and he steps forward and turns the corner. Come, we're almost there. And it, though, I mean, well, you've got Maul's torch now, so the light kind of shines off the stone underneath, and you see something kind of in the distance drip down, and you hear just kind of a as it kind of hits the ground, and you see like the faintest wisp of smoke, and it's just this horrid, acrid smell down here. And
Do I recognize it?
yeah, nature roll. You make a couple turns, and he gets towards one last turn, and you can see the walkway kind of widen out a bit as this happens. 10. You're really not sure now. And you look, and as you come around the corner, and it opens up to this probably like 30-foot wide room, and just in the middle is a huge green of what looks to be bubbling acid, and snaking out from where the ground is all cracked are what look to be vines 1.5 feet easily in diameter that just kind of spiral out and go out from the middle, out towards the middle, and move into kind of a semicircle. And there's towards the middle you can just faintly make out something kind of breaking the surface, and it looks like there's kind of like a thorn coming up off of it, but it's hard to make out exactly what it is at this distance. It has been here. Our people watch it. It is one of 5 that was left for us.
1 of 5. What? What is this?
Rakah's gift. You wish to walk closer. Come.
Start walking closer.
Okay. And he walks you out towards the middle, and he kneels down, and he just kind of, it doesn't seem to phase him a whole lot. There's probably a little bit of sizzle, and he kind of moves it, and you can see what looks to be some more of these vines, and given by what you see and the size of it is probably about a 2.5 to 3 foot tall egg. Just jet black on the outside with vines wrapping around it. And at this point, you feel like sore and discomfort just kind of radiating down your arm. And he gingerly reaches out towards your arm to grasp your wrist.
What are you doing?
And he starts like moving your hand.
I'm gonna pull it back. What were you doing?
I wanted to see what happened if you touched it.
Don't do that.
Balrek, say the word.
Consent is very important.
Still no reason to be alarmed yet.
This is why.
What's in that egg?
We're not sure. We suspect is one of Rakatha's children from the time before.
This is what?
It's
Take a deep breath.
it's a dragon egg.
Can we go?
Wait, is this a thing that they worship? Didn't they? Don't. Wait, was I there for that?
And just so everyone knows, nobody has ever seen a dragon, met anybody who has seen a dragon. For pretty much everybody here, they are basically myth.
Over the whole world, or
Pretty much, yeah.
Dragon?
Are you sure it's not just a fancy carving?
Somebody
There's-
somewhere in the town was talking about how they worship a black dragon that hasn't been seen in like forever.
Yeah. I don't remember who it was. I want to say it was the.
Was it Sir Concord? I can't find it.
Well, he's a bunch of
Take it,
sour
make it.
grapes, but
I don't know who would have said it.
Yeah, I remember that conversation as well.
isn't this a problem? What do we do
Is
about
it-
the egg?
Is it?
Nothing. We should leave.
I'm fine with that. Will they let you go? Because I just saw him caressing you.
You wanted,
And I know a lover's touch when I see one.
you wanted me to touch the egg.
course
Don't
it is.
don't
See what
touch it.
happened.
Do
Don't.
not.
I think we're all in agreement on that. Except I kind of want him to.
No,
No,
Balrek.
don't.
How about you tell them that this has
Say
been very
thank you.
interesting. Thank you.
It's been an honor. We go.
Tell them
Yes.
you've met many lovely people and everyone's treated you very well.
And tell them that you'll put in a good word for to the town. Please,
Maybe this is a step in brokering peace between the tribe and the town. Give them their territory.
if less lives are lost, win. Yeah.
We have to return to the town. But I wish to come back at some point and speak with your tribe more.
He reaches down into the acid and just comes back out with a stone, and you can see his hands burnt, and he says, "Give me your hands."
It doesn't look like anything resembling the egg in his hand, right?
No, it's
Okay.
and he just kind of clamps it into your hand, and you feel it burn and singe.
Okay.
I'll allow you back once, and you will. And he just kind of he steps so that you all can head back upstairs.
We'll just be going then, shall we? We're gonna start. I'm gonna start stepping slowly in the direction, because I don't know what just really happened between them, but he got a sizzly rock, and then he's letting us go. I ain't saying no. I'm out.
So,
Yeah, I'll kind of stare at it for a good 15 seconds and then. Thank you. Start walking
thank
away.
you. And he walks up with you. You make your way up the stairs, and you may leave. And as he may leave, two others come up and they walk up to his feet and they lay something down.
Before I go, what is your name?
I am Maktan.
You laid some-
Chosen
Ooh.
of the Drak. Tathis.
Is that 3 or 4 S's?
I think there are actually like 4 in the word.
I was just making a
I'm sorry,
joke.
not
that I made.
Tashtis, but yeah.
Gizu.
And the he kind of nods his head at the two, and they pick it up and they drape this what looks to be like a shawl, and as they hook it up around him, you can see there are just like bones worked into it, and it's this huge, just kind of ornamental chess piece.
Fashion.
And know that you will be safe, because the war leader of this tribe gave you that word.
Until next time, Maktan.
And he retire, let them go.
We're free to go.
Okay, let's go.
Oh boy.
And that's what we'll pick up next week.
Oh, oh, Hey, thank y'all for watching. Appreciate you all
thank
hanging
you.
out.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh, that was intense.
Thank you for this
Um,
fucking thrill ride.
If you thank y'all for hosting. Yeah, of course. It was a great session. Thank you all for hanging out. Once again, follow us on our socials at Heretical Heroes on Twitter and YouTube and Instagram. And our Discord, !Discord in the chat.
Check out Cameron
Cameron
streaming every day.
streams tomorrow
Every
and the
day,
rest of the
every day,
week starting
every day.
at 11 a.m. EST. That's all I have. What about you guys?
Fear.
Yeah, lots
Fear.
of fear.
Um,
Hate of dread in my stomach.
hashtag Squirrel Armor 2020.
Yes. That?
Yeah.
Yes. Squirrels.
I love that picture.
No,
so much.
Thank you, Stupa.
Thank you,
Yes,
Super,
thank you.
for vote. Yes, of course, vote. That's one of the
Yes,
default
definitely vote.
announcements. Vote. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight. See you all next week. Same time, same place, 5 p.m. EST next Monday.
Take care. Fight fascism.
Be good.